Hello, everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Delight. With me here today is Simon Snyder.
Yeah.
And, Tim Vivian Shaw.
Hello.
And James Cottle.
Hello, hello.
Unfortunately, however, today Joanna Poulton couldn't make it, our other host, so
I shall be replacing her.
so it's lots of sausage in the studio
Why didn't
today.
you put on the dress I gave you, James?
I'm saving that for later, Jack.
Okay.
Later today.
Oh dear. Any of you keen listeners out there may have noticed a bit of instrumental input there. We do promise a bit of a jam session later on, so something to look forward to, I'm sure. But before that, one of our most outstanding and widely followed features, the umbrella topic of the week.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to even pretend to be interested.
I always feel because of my show there should be clapping and cheering.
No.
Thank you, Tim.
No.
Today,
It's alright.
the weekly topic is hygiene.
Okay.
I like
Why
that one.
hygiene?
Why not hygiene? Hygiene is a valued...
It's topical.
Hygiene. So Obama's supporting gay marriage.
Oh, man.
Hygiene, if you're listening. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. With that, we're swiftly moving on to actual topics.
That is the
Yeah.
expertise of a well-known presenter of a radio show.
Oh, shall we
Jean
have a...
is a lesbian as well, so
Yeah, that's
it's all
yeah,
linking.
it's-
It's all
yeah,
linking.
Yeah. Shall we plug a bit of Racey just before we kick
You
off?
can plug as much as you like.
You can plug as much as you like. No one will listen.
It's the same as always. No, it's
So,
James
The
is in
guests-
a boat that's a cheese grater. Just keep plugging. Just plug.
Simon Cowell's with me for some reason.
the guests today are a mystery intentionally, and that's got nothing to do with poor organisation. He's keeping them under wraps.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
sorry. I thought you were
I
talking about this
no,
show. It's like
yeah.
guests.
No.
There's one
I am
guest.
here. I've already announced.
Yeah,
my presence.
no, Racey.
Now we have two panelists lined up.
You've got 4, but you're not going to release the other names because you're keeping it under
I can
wraps.
drop hints about 2 of them,
Yeah,
but the other 2 are
completely
I'm
enigmatic.
mystery.
I've heard some word on the grapevine that I imagine everyone's seen the trailer for Dark Knight Rises.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The mysterious man Joseph Gordon-Levitt might be on A Little Bit Racey later.
yeah.
He might
He
be.
might be, and he might be having like loads of reaction shots to everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
like, just like staring up and being like, "Whoa!"
Talking of
and
film,
looking like he might turn into me when I die at the end of the film. What?
So might Christian Bale. He might be on A Little
Yeah.
Bit Racy as well.
you can
Just
expect all of this.
Dropping
All-
some-
You
all
can
the actors.
expect
What will
all
happen
of
is
this.
it'll be Christian Bale and Batman against each other.
Oh man,
He'll be going against himself.
He'll be going against his own
paradoxical.
annoying voice.
And then he'll be doing.
And
his
then
voice
Batman
from
would
Scratch.
say-
We should do the whole radio show in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Batman
And he's just
voice.
like Angia,
No.
Angia.
Talking of films, though, here's something that we were talking about earlier and is quite topical, and I think is important to point out because a certain Prime Minister said something just foolish.
David Cameron.
Yeah.
There you go. A certain prime minister. It's about the
Yeah, I
British
was-
film industry.
yeah, I was
what
talking-
prime minister?
I was talking about the Prime Minister of Uruguay, actually.
They don't have a prime minister.
Do they even have a
have
prime
a
minister
president.
in Uruguay?
I'm pretty sure they have a president.
Well, there you go.
They do have a president.
Yeah, well,
I
there's,
think.
there's a guy. There's a guy that
confirm
calls
this.
himself the Prime Minister. His name's Larry. He doesn't really do anything, but he is the Prime Minister of Uruguay, in his own words. I'm close friends. with
Right, the topic you were talking about, Simon, before you killed that.
Okay, so David Cameron said this about the British film industry. He suggests that all of
the
us.
British Film Council, wasn't
Oh,
it?
well,
the
yeah.
films that they make.
Okay, but I think it was meant to echo throughout the film
Okay,
industry. Yeah. Whoa.
Sorry, man.
We're all holding our hands up. We don't know.
Yeah, this isn't a visual
You're
medium.
the host.
Okay. We should all start making commercially viable films.
Not all of us. Not.
I'm not. How
It's
dare
not-
you.
Everyone
It's not
makes
like
films.
every person needs to create an Avengers in their back garden.
Taking up arms.
But yeah, that's what he suggested. Apparently, all this artistic stuff.
Filmmakers.
Yeah, this is what he suggested to filmmakers. Happy? Is that
Yeah, carry on.
okay?
Cool.
Just point out any other mistakes. Okay. You're
Yeah.
doing a circle.
I'm pointing at you.
Oh, that's really rude and mean.
But
And
a
all
version
this,
of you.
all this artistic stuff, art house stuff, rubbish. Don't need it. All useless. No money, useless. So what do we think in the studio?
I think there's an easy solution to this.
Go for it.
Do both.
Oh,
Ignore Cameron.
Yeah, I'd say ignore Cameron.
No, have an artistic film that's also commercially viable.
Yeah.
Well,
Can
the
happen.
thing is
Just
that
be better.
3 of us here are writing students, and I'll speak on behalf of myself because I can't speak on behalf of the other 2. But if people weren't allowed to get paid to do weird films, I wouldn't. Well, I don't have a job, but I'm not going to have a job if that happens.
I would continue to be unemployed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I might take up writing poetry if it turns into that. Is that commercially viable to write
Probably
poetry?
not. Probably not.
Maybe that's what Cameron needs to talk about. All right.
Yeah.
Poets, get out there, write some commercial stuff.
Coming up soon, James Cottle's Poetry Corner.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Man, I'm feeling so purple in the place.
It's my poetry corner. Damn it. Stay out of my corner.
You'll have guests on your Poetry Corner, James.
Tim, I think that's your first awkward silence. One of many, I hope.
No, we did one in the first show.
Yeah, in my first, and well, the first time I ever came on, the whole show was pretty much dead air.
Yeah, who did that? I think that guy was really stupid and wrong. In fact, are we live now? Good.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'll just do my little edit again of you being.
Yeah, if anyone saw that edit, that was good fun. So podcasts, listen
There's
to
an error
them,
message.
definitely.
They do exist.
We need tweets. We'd like you, listening at home, to tell us your opinions, to tell us what makes you tick, and your opinions on David Cameron.
And what makes you hygiene?
Yeah.
What makes you hygiene?
What makes you hygiene?
Yeah, I'm a writer.
Also, tweet in if you want to hear Tim do his Will Smith lyric of the week.
Oh yeah, no, that's something exciting.
We want to cut this out.
Tim doesn't. No, Tim doesn't want to do it.
no, I don't want to do it, but
It
No,
needs
no,
saving.
We won't force you to do it, Tim.
I can do my reading voice for any song that they'd like. So tweet in, and I'll
Tweet in any song.
Okay, here's
tweet in
the deal,
any
listeners.
song, and I will
Unless
definitely
it's
know
offensive, then we can't do
it.
that.
I'll rework it, so it's fine.
Okay.
Here's the deal, listeners. This feature is close to getting cut, and if you're a follower and you like it, we need you to speak out. So
It'll just come back like a year later.
Hey,
Just like
remember
the
that
skeleton
time?
agony.
Just one vote can keep it on the show, because we'd be surprised if we got one.
For just £2 a month.
okay, fine, yeah, one vote. But yeah, okay.
What are you doing, Simon? You
I
looking
like
at
how
the
you were
tweets.
trying to justify
Okay.
we'd need more than
Okay.
one tweet. No, we'd need at least 60 because of the amount of viewers we get.
Sign that petition. Anyway, Obama. he is.
Albert's listening. Albert's always
Hello
listening.
again, Albert. Our
Thank you,
regular
Albert.
listener.
Anyway, yeah, James. What's
What?
Obama?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we mentioned.
Yeah.
Let's elaborate
Come
on
on,
Obama.
come on, James.
So,
Something topical.
So last night, Obama signed a thing. Well, not signed a thing. He just basically spoke out and said that he's for gay marriage in America.
He's always been for gay men.
Yeah,
No, he hasn't. No, he got rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and he was in support of civil unionships, but he always stayed off. Basically, he's just reiterating what he said before. He was in favour of like civil partnerships and stuff, but he didn't think that gay marriage should be allowed because it had basically religious significance and stuff. And but paraphrasing what he said, I think he said that basically I think it's Ayn Rand that said it. There's no room to debate on basic human rights. There shouldn't be like a social. He shouldn't even be commenting because there shouldn't be a discussion. It should just be everyone is entitled to this, this, and this. Healthcare, such and such and such and such. Why are people arguing about it? It's silly to do it.
I think he must have read that thing that Clint Eastwood said, which was basically just like how everyone has a life, just let them do what they want, kind of thing. That was Clint Eastwood who said that. You can find that
it's true.
somewhere on the internet.
Clint
Just put in Clint
Eastwood.
Clint Westwood.
Clint Westwood might be on A Little Bit Racey later.
Just
Yeah.
name
Clint
dropping,
Eastwood won't.
maybe.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood has definitely rejected the offer.
But I'm sure if he did come on, he would share his views on.
Can
on
I
the-
actually?
on the
But
subject.
Can anyone do a
Westwood might
Clint
be.
Eastwood accent?
No, and I don't think
Impression.
we should try.
I can do an impression.
That-
Yeah,
that's
see,
just
it's
a face.
very-
Everyone in the room's
That's
just
a
squinting.
face.
But
You feel lucky,
Tell-
pug.
tell
Yeah,
me
was
if
that
I'm wrong.
alright?
Tell me if yeah, I know you're doing the impression. Tell me if I'm wrong.
There's
but-
two types of people in this world. Those with guns and those who dig. You dig.
He's doing good. That
Good,
was-
the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
a
I
good
thought that was
film.
pretty spot
It's
on.
a good film.
So do I.
Very, very.
Have you
close.
seen that?
Very
film?
close, yeah.
Yes, I have. It's good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's
Let
good.
me finish. Tell me if I'm wrong, but lots of Americans have fallen out of love with Obama since he's been enraged.
apparently this
Because
is-
he's a socialist and Muslim and all these
apparently
horrible
he's a
things.
socialist, Muslim, non-American,
Atheist.
American atheist. He's not atheist at all. It's
Well, no, they call him all these things, and then it's like he can't be
There's no-
all of them.
and they're also complaining about how many food stamps he's given to the poor, when actually George Bush gave more. Obama's actually cut that. A lot of the things that they're complaining about was stuff that, like, they're complaining, like the Tea Party and stuff are complaining about taxes,
Yeah.
which actually was, why weren't they complaining when George Bush's administration were messing all of that up? Once again,
Well,
this is really funny.
Yeah, we do sell ourselves as a comedy chat show, but it is a chat show nonetheless, and I like it when it gets topical and
Need
a
a
bit
bit of chit-chatter?
intellectual. Yeah. But yeah, apparently a lot of them complained because they were promised change and not much.
Well, he has. He's
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you
He's just
see it.
he's still going for the fix all of Bush's
He'll win.
mistakes kind
Yeah.
of.
He'll win. He'll win.
Yeah.
It's easy. He'll win. Against the
'Cause he's not-
person that he's against right now.
No,
You're not
they're still
promoting
running.
it.
But he's against what's it? Mitt Romney. No,
Mitt Romney or Rick Perry are going to win.
No, or
The
Rick
Republican.
Santoro, isn't it?
Santorum.
Yeah, they're both basically religious nutheads.
There's no way they're going to win. They're too
by all
weird.
means, be religious and believe what you want to be, but they are a little bit.
I think it
cuckoo.
was Rick Santorum who said he was the governor of Texas. I think it was him. It was him or the other Rick.
Yeah.
And he had the whole.
Oh, that was Rick Perry, I think.
Well, yeah, Rick Perry. He had a whole congregation in a stadium to pray for rain,
Yeah.
and then it rained 3 months later. And Fox News said, "Hey, the prayer won."
Well, yeah, three of the Republican runners have been said that they ran for president because they were told by God to do it. So God's really hedging his bets at the moment.
So he's picked 3 people.
2 of them named Rick.
I really like these Rick fellows. I'd really like one of those to be president.
Hey, you down there. What about being president?
Well, yeah.
I don't know why he sounds like Nixon.
Well, who's the one that wants the moon base? There's one that literally says, "I'm going to build a moon base. Let me be president." That's how kind of.
To be fair, I think it's worth it.
But
I
he's
think
a
it's
serial
worth the risk.
adulterer.
I would
He's
vote
had
for that.
Yeah,
If
he's
there
a-
was a moon base and I was on that moon base, that'd be
You
cool.
know who I think would actually get a sweeping amount of votes, but they aren't
Harrison
allowed.
Ford.
No, they aren't allowed to
Stephen
run
Colbert.
for president.
Oh no. No, I thought-
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's
Yeah.
allowed
he
to.
would.
He's
no,
allowed
he's
to.
not allowed to run for
no,
president.
he isn't. He's not American.
No. You're allowed to run for president if you're born in America or if you've lived in America for a certain amount of period of time.
Which he has.
And yeah, he was governor of California.
Yeah, I know he was governor, but I read
He's allowed to-
somewhere,
he
which
can-
was
he-
obviously
Was he
incorrect.
born in America then? Because you have
No,
to-
he was. No, you don't have to be born in America.
Do you think if he ran, he would win or not?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, 'cause they'd be like, "He's
people are idiots."
Terminator.
Because people are idiots.
He killed a predator, guys. I mean, come on.
We do not need a moon base. I will give you what you want.
He'll name
That
it
just sounds like
Austria.
he's seducing them all. I'll give you what you want.
He won.
I'll
he-
take you all to bed.
I'm surprised
and
he
then I'll
hasn't
kill
run
a
for
predator.
it. I'm surprised he
Yeah.
hasn't run for it yet.
Well, you know, The Expendables 2 is calling him, so why
Oh,
would
he's
you?
in another
That's
film
true.
as well.
He's in
just-
Expendables 2 with like all the other
the-
epic.
probably
like,
for about a
Jack
minute,
Rose.
I imagine.
I also read somewhere else that when he was young, and people have cited this, he only had 3 dreams, and that was to marry Reagan, which he did.
What?
Wait, what? Who? What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He did not marry Ronald Reagan.
No, not to marry Ronald Reagan, a Reagan.
What?
A descendant of Ronald Reagan, you know, someone related to
Marry a
Reagans.
ray gun?
Marry a
I
Reagan.
will marry it.
You mean?
I want to marry it.
You mean marry one of the
The Reagan
women?
clan.
Yeah,
That's
of
a
the Reagan
really
family.
specific dream.
That's
Whoops,
one he had, and also
Why did he have that dream when he came?
ask
there?
him?
Oh, because Ronald Reagan was a famous actor.
James can ask him because he might be on a little bit racy later.
Yeah,
Is Ronald Reagan?
I will check, and I will tell you guys as soon as I know.
I want to marry one of the Nixon family. That's my dream. There
And
you go.
also to become a professional bodybuilder and professional actor, and he achieved all 3.
to be honest,
I-
two of those worked very well together, and then the third one,
Yeah, I wouldn't call
it
him
was
an
an
actor.
acting family, and then he became part of.
Or like, you know, I also had the dream where all my teeth fell out.
But I didn't.
But that won't happen. I don't want that to happen.
He really dreamt that he was going to marry
No, it's not. He dreamt
was his
dream
dream.
like a goal.
Oh,
No,
I thought you meant they were
I'm saying
literally
he
dreams.
dreamt as in he aspired to. But yeah, maybe he did dream all that in one go.
I had
Very
the same
specific
3
dream.
dreams every night.
He's a
at the
prophecy of
gym.
some
He's at the
description.
gym. Ronald Reagan walks in and just what was the other dream?
Bodybuilder and actor.
Yeah, you're going to be in a movie, see? A president movie. Here's a Reagan. Yes.
Wow,
Reagan.
Get to the chopper, guys.
And
Come
that's
on.
why he was Mr. Universe.
Mr. Universe, not even Mr.
Yeah,
World. He was Mr. Universe.
How many representatives were there for other planets?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the guy from Xylon 5 couldn't make it because of traffic. From what
And
I
also,
But he might be on a little bit racy later.
and the guy from Pluto was disqualified because Pluto's not a planet anymore.
it's like, damn it!
You said that almost sort of
Every time.
not a planet anymore.
I think it's a dwarf planet. I'm just like, how dare you teach me this from my childhood and take it away from me?
At least they weren't calling it a midget planet, because
Yeah, I
that's
know.
politically incorrect now.
Yeah.
Good.
But it
Let's
sounds
just
funny.
pat Pluto on the head and send it on its way.
What planet?
You just keep on swinging, Pluto.
So yeah, where were we? Where were we
Ronald
talking?
Reagan, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Does anyone know anything about Ronald Reagan?
No.
No.
He was Republican,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
An actor.
So that's
And he was
Yeah,
president.
and he married Arnold Schwarzenegger.
There was a reference in Back to the Future of Ronald Reagan.
Right.
go for it.
When
Continue.
Marty McFly goes to him and he's trying to prove that he's from the future, and he asks, "Who's the president of America?" And he says Ronald Reagan, and he says the actor, and then he slams the door. Yeah.
Ronald
That was
Reagan was
clever.
an actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was an actor before.
He was a famous actor in the 60s.
just like Schwarzenegger was.
No.
Yeah.
Was he?
We've been saying that for the past 5 minutes.
No, I thought you were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he was an actor.
No,
yeah, Ronald
yes.
Reagan was an actor.
And then he became
So
president.
Ronald Reagan was the one who had the dream. I
No.
dream
No,
that
no,
I'm
no,
going
no,
to
no.
marry myself,
no,
be a
no.
bodybuilder, and then be a
no.
professional
No.
actor president.
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger dreamed about marrying someone
dream.
from the Reagan family, probably because he was such a famous actor. So he
was
wanted to I want my father-in-law to be my favorite actor.
Exactly. Like if you wanted to become an
It's
actor
like how I
and
want
then,
to marry
president
Harrison
or something.
Ford.
Exactly.
Because I love Harrison Ford.
So Reagan was probably the ultimate role model. So it's just like, I want to get in with that family.
But was Ronald Reagan that buff?
No.
Well, no, he wasn't Mr. Universe, but you know.
Why are you saying he's
Teddy
buff?
Roosevelt, on the other hand, was ripped, wasn't he?
Yeah, but
I was just thinking about the conversation we had about the guys who were told by God to run for president.
Yeah, three of the Republican. I think one of them's dropped out now. Perry was the. Yeah,
Did God tell him to do that as well?
no,
you
Perry.
know which
Perry was
one
the one where
dropped
they were
out?
having a debate, and someone just went, "Perry, I don't think you're very good," and he literally for 2 minutes just went, "Well, education. Oh, I think the education's the education placed stuff to do. I'm a president."
I'll be a real good president.
it's like how if you had like a vinyl record and then you jostled it a tiny
Yeah.
bit and the pin just went.
Can't
But,
make a record if you can't make a record if you can't make a record if you can't make it. Sorry, I just skipped.
Welcome to just carrying that on.
Can't make a record if you 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 can't make a record if the record is working again. You can't make a record if you can't make a record if you can't make a record if you can't make a record. Can't make a record if you can't make a record if you can't make a record. If you can't find the hook, can't make a record if you can't make a record if you can't make a record if.
Okay, now I'm bored, so the audience definitely is.
I think we made a world record of.
I
the
hope
amount of times
someone
we said record.
remixes that and plays it in
How
clubs.
you remix something that's already basically like one phrase over and over again? They'll find a way.
We've got some more
Daft Punk
tweets.
do it with
Have we?
around the
Oh dear,
well,
let's read these.
and, you know.
Yeah, and what?
I was told by God to listen to the today. Spooky
Ooh,
from Albert.
Why is God spooky?
What?
it's like a ghost that comes.
Can I ask a question? What happened to our one long-time listener of one
Yeah,
show,
where are you?
Tony?
If you're listening,
Tony.
if you're listening, Tony, I have your shirt here, and I need to know how to get it to you.
He's probably trying to forget the experience.
I have a
Tony,
shirt for him. He wanted shirt.
Yeah, we have prizes now.
Fantastic. Well, you.
It'll be signed by James Cottle,
Absolutely.
presenter of A Little Bit Racey.
Hell, I've met Arnold
That-
Schwarzenegger.
That increases it by at least 50
I was in his
pence.
dream.
I was in his dream.
I gave him a Reagan. He
Were you
kissed
the
me a
Reagan?
a ray gun.
Out of, if
Yeah.
you had to marry into some celebrity family, which one would you pick?
Jack
James?
White.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in terms of, well, actually, no, not Jack White, because he had the whole thing of with his sister / cousin / wife for ages. It's just I would just get so confused, who am I marrying again?
So you're the wife, but you weren't the. I'm his dad.
It's like,
So
oh my
you were
God.
just the girlfriend. No, I was his dad. So I can marry you.
In terms of families and
According to Obama, yes, you can.
I'd say Christopher Walken, just purely because I think he'd
Christopher
be a
Walken.
fantastic
He doesn't have any
grandfather
kids.
or something like that.
He doesn't.
Actually,
have any
no.
kids.
I'd probably want to marry into a lot
Does
of
he have
money.
a brother or anything?
I don't know. But this thing, he's
a
like
Persian
60
prince.
something. Christopher Walken is like 60 something.
Yeah,
and
I'm not
has
marrying him.
No, yeah, I know, but he has no kids. He hasn't had a
Crazy.
single kid.
This is crazy.
So here's my
Whoa,
number.
it's a bit crazy. Ow.
Watch out.
But-
I would marry. Who would I marry? I'd probably, if I could marry anyone.
I love
even
how
though
Joe's
she's-
not here and we're all talking like sort of a group of. I really want to marry.
Oh, I think that Gerard Butler's super cute.
Yeah.
He is dreamy.
No, I'd marry. Unfortunately, she's married to Jamie Cullum.
I don't know who that
she's-
is.
Jamie Cullum's a jazz pianist. He's about 4'9" and she's 6'1". I would marry Sophie Dahl.
I don't know who that is.
She's now an author and a cook. But before that, she
Roald Dahl.
yeah, she's Roald Dahl's granddaughter.
Oh.
But she was
that's
she was like a kind of she was a supermodel, but she was the first basic plus size supermodel. So she was like,
Good job.
screw you,
Good job.
screw you, kind of
done.
anorexic people.
Done,
I'm
Sophie
gonna
Dahl.
be So I think
What about
she's
you?
She's got the
absolutely-
storytelling gene.
What
as well,
about
I
you,
guess.
son?
Yeah, I think she's amazing. I'd marry.
I'd either go for a Persian prince who
That's not
I
a
could
celebrity.
get lots of money.
It's not a celebrity.
I'm sure there's a Persian prince out there.
Jake Gyllenhaal is just come on, pick up the phone.
Oh, you know
Why a
what?
Persian prince? Persia
Because-
doesn't have princes anymore.
Stereotypically,
Persia
they do.
doesn't even exist anymore.
It does exist.
Well, it's just something else, isn't it? It's not called Persia anymore, right?
No, there's an area called Persia.
Oh, but it's not actually what Persia was.
You know, Olivia
I've
Wilde is
been probably
married
a bit
to
of
an Italian prince.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's lots of money in that, I can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine for
Yeah.
the Italian prince.
Yeah.
Because Italy doesn't have a lot of money at the moment. Way topical. They've
guys. Ooh, let's talk about physical demand.
You know, I'm just gonna bring this in, but one of the actors in Lost, who was only in he's only in 7 episodes or something. He's 51 years old, and he recently married a 16-year-old.
Good on him.
Ooh.
Who was that?
This
I know,
man-
I don't think
he
good on
played
him at
Horace
all.
Goodspeed,
Good job.
one of the members of the Dharma Initiative, the long
I was-
haired guy.
Oh,
He basically married this 16-year-old blonde girl, and she's kind of trying to take off this music career. She's got videos on YouTube which
Oh,
are
I
really
heard about
massively
this,
cringy,
yeah.
where she's
I've heard
trying
about
to
this.
and it's apparently they're very much in love, but the parents aren't happy. Let's
Yeah.
put it that
no,
way.
you wouldn't be. Especially if it was called Horace Goodspeed.
Yeah.
Couldn't you marry...
Mum, good news! I'm Lady Goodspeed!
Oh, God, now you're going to tell us he's 60 years old.
Well,
yes!
well, the actor's name is Doug Hutchinson, and Hutchinson's such a weird surname. I don't
Yeah.
really like it.
I don't
as a
think I know
surname.
anyone with the surname Hutchinson that I actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
From John, by the way, what is this? The celebrity marriage hour.
yes, it is. And you better enjoy it.
I would marry
What?
Ford.
What's your opinions?
Oh, yeah. If, you,
Yeah, tweet in. Yeah,
if you're interested in tweeting, go ahead.
tweet in about who
Your
you've married.
fantasy.
Yeah, tweet.
Your fantasy.
I'd marry James Cottle.
He's got a great bloodline, from what I've heard.
He's got a load of great celebrities coming on his show
That was
later.
Yeah.
slightly creepy.
They might be coming on later.
Potentially, you can
girlfriend.
expect anyone from Z-list to A.
Natalie Mortman.
Mortman.
Natalie Portman might moonwalk in with a fez and nothing else.
Oh man, sweet.
Tune in later.
Yeah, she
We'll
might
have
do
the
that.
webcam on.
She might do that. It might happen.
Actually, no, I don't think Nerve would actually condone that.
I
No,
don't know.
no. Even if it broke every single nerve rule, everyone would endorse Natalie
How would
Portman moonwalking naked
Wait a
with
minute.
a fez on.
How would that break it? Because this is the radio. No one could see it.
There is
you're
a
not.
webcam.
You're not allowed
Yep, you had
in
to
front of the
turn.
camera. No.
You would have to turn it. What about if she was just there? It's like,
So
whoa!
it would basically be our reaction shots,
Yeah,
like we
it's
were
like-
watching Two Girls, One Cup or something like that, but like a
Yeah.
much better version of.
Oh god.
Yeah, but
don't
it
remind
would,
me of that.
this surprising factor of like disgust wouldn't be unless you don't like Natalie Portman.
Maybe it's
That's
so
kind of impossible.
amazing that it's disgusting.
It's
Oh,
like,
oh
my
my
god!
Like,
how is
like
that?
it, like it just kind of goes back.
How
around.
is it so beautiful?
I could never have that.
It's like going back to my AUCB point.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Like that I couldn't make last week because nobody got it. Basically, the way I see AUCB students is like they're beyond cool. They're not
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That if they say, "Oh wow, you look cool," they're being insulting because they're beyond that. Maybe Natalie Portman is so lovely that she's disgusting now. Maybe that she goes so far that she just realms.
Do you remember
into,
watching Black Swan together? That was funny.
Yeah, I think that film could be a lot better if, like, every 25 seconds or so you have that scene, and everyone
Yeah.
knows the scene I'm talking
Everyone
about.
knows the scene.
Yeah, if we have
at
that,
the end when she's lying on the
dancing
mattress.
scene,
just-
right? The
yeah.
dancing scene.
Yeah.
Definitely the dancing scene.
Where she does the lovely dancing.
At the end when
the
she's
horizontal monster mash.
on,
Yeah.
yeah, when she's on the mattress at the end. Perfect. It was perfect. That could Mila Kunis.
Then Mila Kunis just comes in and goes and
begins to
swan dives.
dance.
Yeah, yeah, wicked. Time
Okay.
for a song. Our favourite
Yeah, it's
song.
time for a
Oh
song.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's been a
I
while.
was aiming to have it at 2:30, 3:30, but it's 3:25. And
3:30, talking for 1.5 hours straight, and only then do we put all the
I'm
songs
so
at
not
the
used
end.
to this. I'm just used to song.
Okay, well, regardless, it's silicon.
Silicone.
Silcoon's a Pokemon.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
And it evolves into
No,
not Butterfree. No, Butterfly.
Beautifly.
Beautifly. There we go.
There we go, Zing.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sound.
I was getting it confused.
Sound of Gun's my favourite song, and then also Don't You Ever by General Fiasco, favourite song. Boom, we're back on air.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Am I speaking
This
to
is
He-Man?
Skeletor, agony ant for those in trouble.
Hello, Skeletor. I've got a bit of a problem.
What's your problem, young man? assume.
My name is Jackson. I'm 42 years old. Don't talk down to me, okay?
Okay. Hello, Jackson.
Okay. Well, Skeletor. I was in Thailand.
Thailand.
Last month, and I know that you're a kind of a specialist on this subject, but I was down in the red light district, and
What is the red light district?
It's-
On Eternia, there's only darkness or light. There's no red light district.
it's a special place where special things happen. I found this lovely lady came up to me, and it was only later after having met this lady and having spent some time with her that I realized that she was a she-man. Are
A
you?
she-man.
Yes.
How dare you?
What?
I know with your prank calls on this show.
This is a
You
genuine.
know I have a hatred for He-Man,
This
and you go on and
This
say
is about
She-Man.
It's about a she-man. Not
How
a he-man.
dare you?
Don't make this about yourself. This is about she-man. I was with a.
It sounds like his older sister She-Ra.
I was with a she-man. Okay.
Okay.
And she I don't know. She was quite tough. And she,
Skeletor! Skeletor! Got problems, go to Skeletor! Skeletor! Skeletor!
you didn't answer my question.
We've sang the
Sorry,
jingle! It's
you-
over!
Okay, that was fun. That was, I quite liked it that
was
time
a
round.
sinking
good.
ship!
Who was that
Sinking
Jack-
ship!
who was
It
that
was
Jackson guy?
a sinking ship! Sinking ship!
I quite liked that. I thought it was
Yeah,
good.
was it?
Who was that Jackson guy? I mean, come on, like.
No,
Oh yeah.
What?
Where did
what?
he come
Thanks for
from?
listening. Tweet in
Those
Jackson.
prank calls. Phone in to talk to Skeletor.
Oh God.
Okay.
This is coming up every week now.
We promised
Now
you
I'm
listeners.
ready to bury it, Simon. Now I'm done.
We promised you listeners a jam session of some description.
Absolutely, you did.
So we're going to sort of time ourselves in and then get cracking.
Can you
so
give me a second?
Shall I lead in?
Give me a second.
yes.
What are we even? What
Can you just give me a second? I need
is
to
there going to
fix
be
my
any
instrument.
kind of?
No, we're gonna have more than
Prep.
one jam. Don't worry.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
just
but
the
I
first
need to
one. This
fix
is the
it.
acapella
First,
jam.
first.
You can come in with like a little flourish on the. What instrument have you got, Jack?
An Irish penny whistle, Tim.
An Irish penny whistle. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Jack
Yeah.
will flourish with that at the end, but
He's
we're
going
actually
to
going
It's
to
fixed
do
now.
this.
It's fixed now.
We might as well I think it's fair to say our dignities are worthless by this point anyway.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Okay, so James, you'll be doing lyrics.
Okay. Any particular subject you want me to sing about?
Hygiene.
Hygiene. Okay.
Simon, you'll be beatboxing or giving us a bit of a beat,
I'll do the bass line.
which is the ukulele.
No, I'll do it.
Oh,
acapella.
so
I can
Okay,
do,
so you
hang
want-
on, you can choose.
Should we all just do a cappella then?
We'll do an acapella one now.
Should I just put this down? I'll do a flourish at the end.
Right, do you want tuba?
Or
I'm gonna do trumpet.
you do
Wow.
tuba, I'll do
I feel like I
the...
could.
So Simon, you need it.
Okay. Alright,
Okay.
let me count us in. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right down in Mississippi, I met a guy named Will. Surname was Smith. Boy, he made me ill. What you doing, Will? Why you make me ill? The song's about hygiene. Hygiene. Yeah.
Well, that was
I
beautiful.
apologise on my behalf.
No, it's definitely about hygiene. We talked about illness and hygiene.
Will
is
Smith
perfect.
made me ill. That's a true story. It comes from real experience.
Ha ha ha!
I say what?
Wicked Wild West.
what?
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider.
I actually like
you
that
don't
song. I actually
You said
like
you
that.
wanted to bury that feature and you're bringing it back.
What is that?
That's burying. No, I'm just breaking down into...
So yeah,
That's pretty good.
It was all right.
yeah.
I was happy with it. and
I
that's
actually
what
no,
counts.
that arm movement that you did, right? Has anyone seen the Star Wars game for the Kinect?
No.
No, well,
They've got
The dancing.
They've got yeah.
They've
got
made Han Solo dance, and
just
Lando
killing the
Calrissian,
man.
and Darth Vader.
It's like Dance Central, but just with Star Wars.
And they do like a weird arm movement like this.
And they go right.
oh no.
And like, oh, it was.
Once
That's
again,
It was
great,
so
great,
painful.
great
If I ever played that game, I'd probably slip my wrists.
That's just
With
what
a
Star Wars
lightsaber.
needs.
I actually have a lightsaber. So there we
Wonderful.
go.
You've got opinions on this. Do you want to share your opinions on the Star Wars franchise and how it's sort of spiraled downwards, Tim? Because I think
Wait a
it's
minute.
cool.
Wait, I have one other thing to talk about Star Wars before he really hurts my feelings. In Florida, in Disney, you can have a carbonite version of yourself now for $100.
Whoa.
You can. It's only like this. It's only
So
like
you wouldn't
12
be able to lift
inches.
it
It's
home?
only 12 inches,
Oh.
but you can have yourself like.
I totally have myself like flipping the bird or
Yeah,
something
like
like
a
that, you
yeah,
know?
you can have a model version of yourself as a figure in carbonite.
That's amazing.
I know. I'm fine with that. I'm surprised they only just did that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
okay,
just
Tim,
don't know.
go.
Oh, I know because it's not going to make great radio for me to just slag off Star Wars.
No, we
'cause
like
Jack's
our
already
ranting.
crying in the corner. You haven't even started.
And this isn't for having not watched much of it. I've seen a lot of the stuff. Like I've watched all the originals. I've watched a lot of I've listened to some of the audio books. Read like
Can't bring himself to say the prequels.
well, no, I've seen the prequels, but
No one wants to admit
one of the things that I
prequels.
take issue with is that I remember having a long, in-depth argument about someone who said that Star Wars was better than Lord of the Rings.
It is.
Which it isn't. It
It is.
just
It
isn't
is.
because you'd say, oh well, no, you only count the first 3 films that were made, which you don't. You have to count all. You have to count everything that's tied in with it.
Well, by
You have-
that logic, then you should account for all of the Lord of the Rings before that too.
The Silmarillion.
yeah. But I'm
The
still
cartoon.
but I'm still
The
arguing.
cartoon movie.
Yes, but there's a lot less detritus around Lord of the Rings and its franchises than there is Star Wars, and you can't argue with
No,
that.
no, there's a lot on Lord of the Rings. There's a huge amount. Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings, out of all the franchises, I would imagine almost pretty much
Really?
competes with Star Wars.
No,
Yeah.
really doesn't.
Can I wait?
It really does.
No,
I like. Can I?
Don't start this, Tim. I liked you.
I'm taking role as referee because I like a debate on Afternoon Delight, and I think this could escalate to something funny. Now, what are you actually arguing? What's better? Define better. Because I think both of them
God's
are
sake.
awful.
Yeah, but you've not
What's
seen
better
Star
about
Wars.
Lord of the Rings?
I like Spider-Man, if anyone cares. Spider-Man 3 is the greatest movie of all time. And I will stand by that to the day I die. Please continue with your argument.
I can tell you what I don't like though.
What?
Red Letter Media's thing on Star Wars.
Oh,
That's amazing.
they're
He's
great.
the only person in the world that has ever said he doesn't like Red Letter
they're
Media's
fantastic.
reviews.
Yeah, they are really odd. They are
They're
really good.
amazing.
Red Letter Media.
They point out everything that's wrong with them.
So say you take the saga, okay?
Yeah.
Those first 3 films count.
Yeah.
They make the 4, 5, and 6, which I like Empire. I'm not massively keen on New Hope, or I do like Han Solo though. Han Solo's wicked.
Here's 4.
I'm not keen on the final one, but those first 3 make the second 3 not make sense. The only way that then the plots then made sense is by fans having to come along and come up with theories as to why certain people were in the prequels that shouldn't have been. Like the whole thing of people have had to theorize that, like, come up with theories that R2D2 and C3PO and Chewbacca are rebel spies, in order to make this like the second.
Yeah, but that's not
They
actually
were
true.
reprogrammed
No, I know it isn't,
to
'cause-
forget.
Yeah, but it's all those things.
Why does it
that
make,
completely
why do the people in the prequels make no sense?
because the fact
Jibbing
that
in as referee again, make this
Yeah.
more clear for people who have never heard of Star Wars. And I know that's
Well,
not
they
many.
should stop listening
Okay,
right
well,
now.
like you could say that C-3PO was built by Anakin Skywalker as a kid, and yet when it comes to the whole Lord Vader situation in the later films, he seems to have basically no knowledge of the person. So there, you could argue that.
Well, no,
potentially
that's
somewhere
why
along the
he
line-
has C-3PO dissembled.
dissembled.
In the 5th film, he's dissembled.
Disassembled.
Disassembled.
Right. Okay.
He's disassembled, and Chewbacca puts him back
Well,
together.
yeah, there you go. That could potentially support that theory.
Darth Vader destroyed him because it reminded him
but
of his
he didn't feel to say anything in the 4th film when he'd been with Luke Skywalker and Luke
C-3PO?
Luke Skywalker joined the rebellion and C-3PO came along with
his
them.
memory was wiped.
Might have been
Yeah, but
At
when
the end of the 3rd film.
is it really?
At the end of the 3rd film, they're on the ship, and then he says,
and there's
wipe
a
the
funny
memories.
moment. There's a moment when we're meant to laugh at it when it's just like,
And they
oh, and wipe the droid's memory, and he's like, no,
And he's like, no! And
Yeah, but
R2D2
exactly.
is
But,
like,
that kind of
this.
that kind of stuff of we've backed ourselves into a corner. Let's jam this in.
well, did you want
Doesn't
a whole,
happen in
did you
Lord of
want-
the Rings.
Did you want a whole 3 minutes of them wiping C-3PO?
No,
memories?
no. I don't.
A heartfelt montage of C-3PO
It's like a
across the
montage
beach
of
with a
everything he's
female PO,
Female PO.
and just like sweet
And then it all
serene
starts
music.
to fade away.
Yeah.
It's like a
No,
Eternal
come back,
Sunshine of the
Clarissa.
Spotless
Come
Mind.
back, Clarissa.
He's just like sat underneath his breakfast table as a kid.
No.
You're not Jim
But
Carrey.
on a writing, from a writing
Little
perspective,
C-3PO, why aren't you gonna eat your porridge?
George Lucas went, oh well, we've got to have R2D2 and C-3PO in the prequels. They're put in. He didn't consider that. Oh, hang on, this may undermine the other 3 films. So he gets to the end of it and goes, okay, we'll back ourselves out the corner by having the memory wiped. That doesn't happen in Lord of the Rings. The logic stays throughout the books.
Everyone
and the
wants
writing's
to
just
see
better.
R2D2 fly, though, am I wrong? Or Yoda?
Yeah,
fighting?
oh yeah, that makes it so much better than Lord of the Rings. And
I'm not talking about the
But if we were
effects.
talking
I
about-
prefer the story completely of Star Wars. Not if you're going to include all of Lord of the Rings, and then if you're including all of the Star Wars
well,
movies, then
I'd
you
say
have to
take the
include
main story.
pre-
I'd say we can either take everything, toys, games, and out like fan material, stuff like that, or we can just take the main story, which is the 6 films in Star Wars, and you can either pick the 3 films or the book from Lord of the Rings.
Or potentially The Hobbit as well, and that.
Yeah, and potentially The Hobbit as well. But
never
that's
actually really
that's
enjoyed
that's
The
almost like a separate story that ties into it. So I'd say you just either you can choose. You can take the book or the 3 films because either way they're better than Star Wars.
They're not.
So
They're not.
So are you
well,
saying
yeah,
they're
they're better than those 6 films.
Are you
They
go-
are-
are you
They're
they're
better
just-
than
they-
the prequels, but
No,
they're
but you
better than the
can't not
originals.
count because the creator said this is all part of the story. You'd always planned to make 6 films. Remember, always planned to.
Actually, no. He actually planned to make 12 films,
Did he? Oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
and then he went down to 9 films,
Oh,
and then he did 3.
Well, thank God he didn't.
And then he did 6.
But
Yeah, but then it. But
are you saying your individual pieces are better because they've got richer stories because they're
richer stories that are better told?
so the means of telling them the films and the comment
Yeah.
all
If
of
you
it.
Isn't
take
isn't that somewhat unfair in the fact that Lord of the Rings was created mainly
Yeah.
as a book, and then
No, I'd say it's unfair as technology has developed.
Well, no, it's not that. Right.
I say it's unfair because they should have just
Well,
taken.
no,
the
it's not that it's unfair.
Send the Eagles to Mordor.
It was just written properly. It was that.
No, Lord of the Rings
That's the
was
thing,
created
Star
as
Wars-
a book first,
in-
and then it
Yeah, no,
was
but that doesn't matter because it was
Tweet
still.
in with
it
your
was-
individual opinions, and they
Yeah.
can actually feature
It doesn't.
in the debate.
It doesn't matter
I
because
remember-
no, because at some point there has to be a writing process. Either way, either it starts as a book and then you have an adaptation. Someone had to write the Star Wars scripts. He could have written out all of it and tightened it all up so all three parts made sense. He didn't. He made one, had a resolution, then thought I can make some more money on this, and then
Jar
wrote
Jar Binks.
and then wrote two others.
A third
So-
of our audience wants this to stop.
Right. Okay. Right.
I think we'll just end it
We're
with the
done.
fact that Hurley from Lost wrote the Empire Strikes Back script, and that was established quite firmly within the context of Lost, and therefore
Yeah,
this
yeah.
wins this debate. Thank you very
Oh
much.
no! Don't even bother. I've made several Lost references before, and they don't get it.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I win.
I stopped watching Lost.
Ding, ding, ding.
Like,
Tim is victorious
no, you're not.
because
No, you're not.
we stopped the segment before Jack could voice his opinion.
I actually said Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Actually,
right at the end.
doesn't
So take that.
doesn't the referee decide the winner?
All right, Simon.
All right.
You have?
Okay.
Have you even? You've watched Lord of the Rings, right?
I've watched Lord of the
But
Rings.
you haven't watched Star Wars.
No, I haven't.
So
but I
what a
didn't-
great referee.
But I didn't like Lord of the Rings, so I might as well not have watched either.
Say X-Men.
Actually, I don't like Marvel either.
Wow, he doesn't.
Basically, Simon just likes things that everyone else hates, don't you, Simon?
There's
and he
got to be
hates
someone
things
out there
everyone
to make
else
the
likes.
stuff people hate.
Right. Okay.
Crazy.
Okay. Song? Yes? Okay, brilliant.
Yeah,
Me
it's
and
going to be a
Tim.
song that Simon likes, but everyone else hates. So sorry if you hate it,
I've lost them out.
Friday by.
Rebecca Black. But I love that song. Particularly the Bob Dylan cover. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
a
heard
good-
of Bob
Has
Dylan.
Bob Dylan actually done a cover?
It's not
They
really
have-
Bob Dylan, but it's like an imitation.
There's multiple
it's like
people who have
7,
done
8 a.m.
There
waking
have
up
been-
in the
yeah.
morning.
Multiple
Gotta
people have
be
done
fresh.
covers of it to make it better, and
Exactly.
they've somehow made it
It's
way better.
Friday.
Well, like, it's almost like she's almost
Friday.
bordering on an existential crisis, isn't she? Was like, am I in the front seat or the back? Where am I? What is all this?
Okay, my favourite song.
I'm
Gold
Rebecca
on-
Black. I demand answers.
Partying,
Front or
partying.
back seat?
The Black Keys.
Front
Hold On
or back?
And Hypest Hype, Chasing Status. I'm hyped because it's my favourite.
This is Nerve.
I love Nerve. It's so good and great.
Hello, welcome back to Afternoon Delight with me, Smeagol. We'll be discussing the goodness and the badness of Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Star Wars is awful, Jack. Awful. But Lord of the Rings is bad too. Why? Why does he make us chooses? Go ahead and talk now.
Okay, yeah, good. Thank you, Gollum. I actually quite like
Does that hurt?
No,
No.
no, it's just.
Yeah.
Gollum, what are your opinions on hygiene?
Filthy, stupid maggots.
Gollum, why'd you have a ukulele?
Gollum's starting a music career.
Since Lord of the Rings.
My new album is out soon. Plus, I'm on A Little Bit Racey later with all those other people.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
What's your favourite word?
Oh,
we
yeah,
have word of the week, don't we?
I guess you guys are missing Joanna's word of the week.
So
I'm
we'll have
sure you
Golem's word of the week.
are. So
You
Gollum.
won't be able to tell the difference between her.
No, Gollum will sound less high.
Yeah.
Gollum's word of the week is pretentious.
Da 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 da. This is hilarious.
Bolton's
Bolton.
I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
yeah, see you, Gollum.
See ya.
God, who was that guy?
There's some weirdo.
He kept touching me. What? Yeah, hey.
That was me.
All right, so
Whoops,
Tim.
hand slipped.
Tim, you've
Got a
something to
birthday
talk-
present.
Yes, my birthday was in February, but my mum didn't bother getting me a present. She literally went, I'll send you something. And it's now May, and she's finally got round to sending me something. But it was
Wait,
quite
it's
cool.
my birthday on the 13th. Are you sure she didn't send it to me?
No, I'm not sure. It could have been Simon.
Do
yeah.
you know?
Can I
his
have it?
mum?
Am I going to humour this bit? No.
I'm just saying I really want this present because it is actually super
Well,
cool.
I basically rang her up to thank her, and she said it was on the top 10 of gadgets you should have if you're like stuff. I don't know. It was just on a list.
If you
of
like
things
anything in the world.
Top 10 gadgets if you like stuff.
If you like stuff, then this is what you should have.
stuff.
Basically, I like drawing, as one of our listeners know, because he won a drawing. But I
Yeah.
don't.
Albert, if you're still listening,
Yeah,
if you've still got the will to listen.
And my mum has bought me a pen, which what you do is whenever you draw with it, it measures like sensitivity and stuff. And what you do is you then plug that into the computer, and it makes a digital copy of that drawing. But what's also good about it is because it measures the pressure on which you push down, it creates layers. So each stage of the drawing that you do, you can just bring that bit up.
Oh,
So it's a fully editable
That is
digital
just
drawing that
insane.
you've doodled on paper.
How much, without putting any pressure on your mother, how much does something like that go for? Like,
I don't
in
know.
terms of
I don't know.
money
It was a
these days?
present. She didn't.
Well, we all thank Tim's mother on behalf of Tim because that must have been.
ukuleles.
12 ukuleles. Wow.
How much did the ukulele
Best
cost?
start selling these
Oh,
off.
that's for me to know and you not to know.
Okay, fine.
And me not to know as well because I can't remember the
I
price.
can remember it, but you know.
I wouldn't trust what
It's
you're
a
holding
pink
there,
ukulele.
James.
I don't know. I have a ukulele in my house, but it's not mine. So
I had to
don't
pay
tend to
the
know.
highest price for it. The highest price any man can pay.
God told me to get it. Hey, you.
God told me to get this ukulele and be president with Reagan's daughter.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's like poetry, so that they rhyme. I see what you did there. Well done.
I see poetry rhyming.
What rhymed?
No, just the way that you kind of brought that back. The things that we've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
it.
oh, yeah. We're a radio show.
Oh, that was clever. That
Yeah.
was also you were also paraphrasing George Lucas on the prequels.
yeah, the Red Letter Media reviews.
I'll tell you why Red Letter Media
I
is
don't.
bad.
Seriously, I'm not defending the prequels whatsoever. I'm defending Star Wars.
Let's not bring it back to this. Gollum had the final word. Let's let him.
Yeah, I
Our
agree with
lecturer's a Star Wars nut, isn't he? He has like loads of memorabilia,
Yeah,
doesn't
Phil's
he?
really
You
into
should
I
talk
don't,
to Phil.
I don't have any memorabilia.
He's got like original stormtrooper outfits and stuff. And
I would
he's-
like the Stormtrooper.
Did you
armor.
guys know that Phil wrote a script for Doctors whereby he tried to put in 40
Yeah.
lines from Star Wars, and like just one by one they slowly got cut out. But they were like little lines, like like not like massitive quotes, but like
C-3PO, what are you doing?
One quote from Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba Wookie.
And then
kind of
just
nerdy
and,
stuff we
and
get
just
up to.
Chewbacca just going. Yeah. 37 of them.
I've
with
actually
Chewbacca
never
on.
watched-
I'm really
Doctors.
sorry, but it's terminal.
Exterior Hoth day.
Luke, I am your father.
Wonderful.
That could work, actually. if
One
you've
line
got someone
Simon
called Luke.
knows from Star Wars.
The only line I need to know.
I can't believe you haven't seen Star Wars.
What do you want?
As much as I would defend Lord of the Rings over it, you still need to see Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying. Is like it's not the best.
Marathon.
There's no way it's the
No,
best.
because Lord of the Rings is the best.
No, it's not. It's Star Wars.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You just said Star Wars wasn't the best, but it is the best.
No, I mean better than Lord of the
There's
Rings.
no best.
But you should still see it.
No, yeah,
Of
definitely.
the original.
I'll get round
So
to it.
I don't suggest the prequels.
Oh, and also, and this is me being a bit nerdy. I don't know if you watched them, but you almost don't have to be a fan of Star Wars to watch them. But the very original Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah, actually, I have
animations.
watched.
Oh, those were amazing.
Yeah, like
just like 2 minutes.
Like, yeah,
in
like
between
just
breaks.
they were like 2 minute, and they're basically little shorts. And
They were made by the same people who made Samurai Jack.
Yeah,
That was a great show.
really, yeah,
Samurai
really,
Jack.
really
When
good.
is the film coming up for
I
Samurai
have the
Jack?
Samurai Jack
It's been
soundtrack
delayed.
on my phone.
It's delayed every
Samuel L.
year.
Jackson as Samurai Jack.
Oh, let's have a jam on Samurai Jack's theme tune.
No.
No.
Oh, God, that's a great
No.
theme tune.
Long ago, in a far off land. No. No.
Slowly alienating more and more.
Stop. Stop. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
I will kick you off this radio show. So, there we
Right.
go.
So there's what?
So
Okay.
we've
Let's play a game.
put the final nail
What
in that
game?
coffin. You've
Yeah.
got a game ready?
I might. Let's find out. All right, we're going to play Who Would Win in a Fight because it's
Here's some
always good fun.
Okay,
However,
I've got one.
no, there'll be referees. I'll be the referee because I'm the best,
And
and
love it, man. You just love it.
it's whoever justifies it best. So,
Okay, I'll propose one to James and Jack. Who
Yes.
would win in a fight, Ronald Reagan or Jar Jar Binks?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald
I
Reagan.
don't know. Jar Jar could use his
Oh, yeah.
ears to flap and like whack the guy in the side of the head.
Are you actually defending Jar Jar Binks?
No,
I'm
he's
sorry,
no,
I'm
just his
I'm
fighting
taking up
skills.
just taking up a standpoint
Have
here
you,
to make
if you
it
watch the
interesting.
first film, right?
Oh,
I know
God,
it's
yeah,
painful.
no.
No, hang on. I swear in the first... I know I shouldn't be arguing, I should just... But in the first one, doesn't he, like, purely by accident,
He's
kill so
accidentally-
many droids?
Yeah,
He's an
basically
accidental
what
mass
happens.
murderer.
What happens is that he gets on like one of their weird holding bays of these weird jelly things, and he
The electro
accidentally
bombs
opens
things.
it,
Yeah.
and it hits all the droids.
Yeah.
But he still gets beat.
Yeah.
Once he's actually
he'd
off
totally
his
do that
mount,
to
he just
Reagan,
loses.
Though. He'd just totally go into Reagan's office and like stumble.
Unleash
Well, no,
all the
Reagan
jelly.
had a-
Unleash all of Reagan's jelly.
No, actually, when I'm thinking,
No, Jar Jar, that's my jelly cabinet!
Ah, you hit me in the
which
face.
how old is Reagan?
Dead.
President age.
Which
All
time? Which time?
All
Because at one
presidents are the same age.
no, because at one point he was shot, so it matters if he was in the hospital. Like
At
after
one
his
point he
life.
was 2, and there's another point he was
Another
37.
Time, another time he had a stroke during presidency. It really matters which point you
This
pick.
guy's lived a life.
he has a stroke 5 minutes into the fight, so you've got to
He has to win either in 5 minutes.
or lose.
But Jar Jar seems like he's perpetually in some sort of agony.
He's always having a seizure.
Jar Jar Binks is just a human. He's just having a stroke constantly.
Oh.
George Lucas had like found a random like street urchin and like put a huge amount of plastic surgery onto this person, and now they're constantly in pain.
And he was just trying to find something to do. He's just
I would
like,
say
Jar Jar's
Ronald
the key to all
Reagan
of this.
would win that
Okay,
fight.
Ronald
Alright. I'll stick with Jar Jar. Just
Wait,
purely
wait a
from
minute.
standpoint
You're basing
perspective.
this off there being electro water
No,
bombs
no.
being
What I'm
around.
saying is that he would stumble into like the White House's like office.
He'd
like,
bumble.
Go, yeah.
Where is
Referring
the
back
fight?
to an
where,
older show.
Where is the fight taking place?
Ooh, Simon, where's the
Okay,
fight taking place?
The arena. Give us an arena.
Because this really matters.
You've both been dragged and you've been captured in the night. You
Yeah,
weren't prepared
fine,
at all.
'kay.
You've both been dragged into a swamp. Oh, it's Predator. It's the same place they fought in Predator.
Well, that's perfect.
Well,
because
that's Jar Jar
basically
Binks would
lives,
win.
Yeah, he lives in like
he
a
lives
swamp
in a
planet.
swamp.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger loves Ronald Reagan, and Arnold
No,
Schwarzenegger
he's not.
would
No,
be
Arnold
fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
true.
that's true.
Oh, we
would
can't
be
call it
fighting-
backup.
He'd be fighting predators.
Yeah, but he would teach Ronald Reagan how
No,
to.
he wouldn't.
Well,
No, he'd
he's
just
his
marry
son-in-law.
him.
Yeah.
He'd just take him to. Yes, I promise I will teach you
I
how
know
to
Ronald.
fight predators.
I know Ronald Reagan
Did
did a
manage.
lot. I know,
Just come to bed with me. I promise.
And this is-
I'm really in this for the long run.
Is this-
I genuinely love you.
Is this just bare fists?
Yes. Oh, well, you
fists.
could rip a twig off a tree or something, but yeah, just bare fists.
Sweet.
He's got the biggest twig.
I would.
Yeah, easily Reagan.
If Reagan got that twig.
I don't know. They don't call him Biggs for nothing. That doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I've decided, and it was tough because Reagan was funny,
Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
but Jabba, whatever his name is,
Juice Jandalun.
had his custard or jelly or something that he messed people
Yeah,
up with.
messed up Ronald Reagan's jelly cabinet.
No, Jar
No,
Jar.
don't touch my jelly.
Misa do a mistake.
Okay, Jar Jar, because he would bumble into it and just somehow
Yeah,
win.
yeah. I'm not
Just
the
like-
host of Racy for nothing, you know. I'd win the show if I was actually on it.
Okay, so do you have you an idea of a fight, James, that you might like
What,
to
propose the
experiment?
other two? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna propose.
As long as it's not a character from Lord of the Rings and a character
Yeah,
from
we've
Star
done
Wars,
it.
for the
We've-
love of God,
oh,
stay
God.
clear.
lost characters now. I will totally give you guys Mark Ruffalo as himself, and
Not as Hulk Man.
no, and the ever-present Louis Walsh.
I thought you were about to say the ever-present God. I pick God.
I don't know. You haven't proven Mark Ruffalo isn't God.
I don't know. I literally just picked two names out of the air there.
Okay, so Ruffalo versus who was it again?
Louis Walsh.
Louis Walsh.
One of you has to back Walsh, I'm afraid.
I'd say Simon and Jack go head-to-head on this one.
I'll take Walsh.
I would take Mark Ruffalo.
Okay. You
Because
pick
his
first
name
and then
sounds like Buffalo, so he obviously has
His
all the
mom
traits
was
of a
obviously
buffalo. He obviously wears the same.
Well, he trained as
height
he
and
trained
weight.
as the he was the Hulk.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, he wasn't.
Someone
Yeah, but no.
needs to pick an arena.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah,
to be
I'll
the
pick
Hulk.
the arena. The arena is.
It should be like a film where a film was located. Like I put them in Predator, even though they've got nothing to do with Predator.
Okay, so Mark Ruffalo and Louis Walsh. It is on the set of Afternoon Delight.
Oh
The
dear.
radio show.
Yeah.
The
So-
tiniest room possible.
Yep.
So one's on one corner, one's on the other. Okay, crack on.
The desk is in between.
I would say Mark Ruffalo will win because he had some type of training.
Battle
as the
music
Hulk.
or no music.
He
James.
has muscle mass.
Okay.
Mark Ruffalo has muscle mass. He's ready to punt. Louis Walsh is this little annoying twat.
We apologise for
Are
any
we
sort
actually
of.
allowed that word?
No, I
no,
don't
that
think we
word's
are.
not
We
allowed.
apologise for any sort of cursing
You've
or.
said it before.
I haven't. I don't think. Regardless, we apologise. Nerve Radio.
Apology
apologises,
music, James.
everyone.
Go.
You've said it, James.
Oh wait, we'll do the thing with the.
Anyway,
There we
make
go.
your
All's good
decision.
again. Right.
All right. Yeah, yours was cut short by swearing.
That
Mine.
doesn't mean I should lose.
No,
but-
that's not necessarily true. Right. I'd say Jack is allowed to finish
I'll go for it.
Well, I pretty much
because
finished.
Jack has bigger buttons on his top than you do, Simon.
I like
That's
your.
why
I like
Mark
your
Ruffalo
style of
would win.
referee.
That's why Mark Ruffalo should win.
Okay.
Because Mark Ruffalo.
He
Has
was
huge
the Hulk.
buttons.
We haven't proven that he isn't actually.
Well,
the
no, he
Hulk.
acted as the Hulk for the motion capture.
We haven't
so
proven
either way,
Louis-
he knows how to act like a Hulk.
Yes.
And
we
yet
haven't
he has to have
proven
some
Louis
type of
Walsh
muscle
isn't Hulk.
mass to be able to base
Muscle mouse.
muscle mouse in his mass.
Just out of his pocket. Go
Muscle
muscle
mass
mouse.
Do it for me.
It's
Okay,
just a dead
go.
mouse.
Go, go.
Get a muscle mouse.
Okay. You see, I don't mind Louis Walsh. I think he can be entertaining and funny, and he means well.
He seems like the sort of
Louis
person who jump on
Walsh.
someone's back and start eating their shoulders.
Louis Walsh should give him a record deal and then kill his career.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the real victory.
Oh. Well, I'm thinking because we're in a radio station.
I'm the referee. Why am I arguing?
Because we're in a radio station.
Well, maybe. But
I thought you
perhaps,
were done.
Wait, I'm arguing you. Oh no, I'm just gonna sit in the corner.
Yeah, we had pitches.
No, come on. No, Jack.
Simon said I had to sit in the corner, so I'm sitting in the corner.
All right. So I think Louis would have the ability to subdue Mark Ruffalo long enough,
How?
even if it's through
How?
persuasion.
How's
He's
he
an
doing that?
entertainer. He can persuade.
He's not
you.
an entertainer. He's annoying.
Louis
Well,
Walsh
I
has
think he's
no
an entertainer.
Charisma.
No charisma.
No.
Have you seen
he's
this guy?
annoying.
I'm not a biased referee, but everyone else.
Let's
we're
have
all in the
Skeletor.
studio as well, and I'd kill
I
Louis
think
Walsh.
Louis Walsh is dumb. That's Skeletor.
I personally think that he could at least talk Ruffalo and subdue him for at least 3 minutes, and during this time, because of his knowledge of sound and audio, because he's a talent scout
His
and
very
such,
little understanding of sound.
Yeah, little understanding.
Tiniest.
I don't
amount
think you
of-
know
More
very
than
much.
Ruffalo,
I've
though.
got less
You
than
gotta understand,
him.
it should be more
I've
than
got less
Ruffalo.
than him, and I can operate this radio station. Agreed?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very true.
So he would set up so that he could be heard, and he would tell his industry friends, including famous boy band Blue and Westlife, to come to his support, and these boy bands would take care of the.
I think
Ruffalo.
they wouldn't
But-
want to have any further
Yeah.
contact with
And,
Louis
and Mark
Walsh.
Ruffalo
No,
has
it's
a
in his
muscle
contract.
mouse.
They don't have a contract
which we
anymore.
mentioned earlier is dead. No,
No,
it's-
but Louis Walsh is allergic to muscle mice. Jack wins
Muscle
it.
mice.
Yeah, clearly
Mouse
you're
and
an
muscle
unbiased referee.
Because I don't like Louis Walsh.
So, do we have a verdict on who's won this? Who's won this, Tim?
Yeah, Jack. I hate Louis Walsh.
Well, there you go. I never
Everyone
had a
hates
chance.
Louis Walsh.
I've got
Even
one,
Louis
however.
Walsh.
Okay.
Walsh.
Now, I've got two, and you guys can pick which one you think's more interesting. Me and Zach have been arguing between the Hulk and Iron Man, because I'm a supporter of the
We're
Hulk
having
because I think
another
he's
Hulk.
amazing. Yeah, we might.
Bearing in mind, the Hulk can't be killed. Iron
Yeah.
Man can.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
He can be killed by just taking his power source out.
However, in one string of comics, Banner's killed, and Hulk
Right,
is sort of
right. Come on.
lost.
Just what's the next one?
No,
What's
we're
the next
basing
Or-
this off the film.
What's the
Or
other one?
Danger Mouse versus
Batthing.
Mickey
Batthing.
Mouse.
Batthing? Is it actually Batthing?
Yeah, why not Batthing?
Do you know Batthing?
I'm aware of that.
My wings are.
I always
made
hated
of
those shows
steel.
because
Really?
well, not so much Danger Mouse because it was almost like it was parodying it, but
Danger
I
Mouse
hated
was amazing.
I hated Batfink just because I just wanted to see a cartoon where Batfink didn't just through divine intervention got out of the trouble he was in. It was always just like,
Oh,
don't
no.
worry, I have this solution that I've just
Batfink-
thought of.
Batfink was a
I actually wanted
parody.
to see him brutally murdered every
Batthing
single
was-
time.
Okay.
Was a parody of the
And as
Batman
referee-
show.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't actually serious.
Oh, fine. Oh, right.
As
Batthing was a
referee-
parody.
As referee, it's Tim versus James, and Tim, because of your fond love, you get Batfink, and James, you're fighting for Danger Mouse.
Oh, I hate Danger Mouse. But he has that
Amazing! We picked the right.
Well, you know, he's
Are you happy for Danger Mouse to die? Because I'm happy for Batfink to die.
maybe they should just both go out like dying.
They both go
How
out
would they
swinging
kill each other?
Well, you need to
By kissing.
justification.
by kissing
They
because
kissed
because
each other
Obama
to death.
supports it.
And Danger Mouse probably carries rabies of some description.
We don't
Yeah,
know if
sort of
Batfink
bubonic
wasn't
plague.
actually a female and just had a very deep voice.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Oh, okay. So sorry. So Obama doesn't support it because
It's straight marriage.
yeah, Danger Mouse didn't wear any clothes, so we can definitely tell that he's neither gender.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, he's androgynous.
Do
Wow.
mice have
What's Obama's
junk?
What's Obama's view on
They're mammals.
mice marrying
Okay.
bats?
I've never seen one.
All,
That would sell it.
It's a
Oh, yeah,
mammal.
okay. Obama, what's your stance? Okay, so you're in support of gay marriage. What's your stance on androgynous mice marrying possible transsexual bats?
What about Danger
Yes,
Mouse's
we
little,
can.
his little mole friend? What's his friend called?
Penfold.
Penfold.
What even animal is he?
A mole.
He's a vole
isn't
or
he?
a mole.
Yeah, one of the
Vole
two.
and mole.
All
are
I
pretty
know
much
is
the
that
same
Del
thing.
Boy is Danger Mouse, and that's amazing.
What? As in David Jason?
Yes.
That's crazy. I did not
Is
know that.
Whoa!
Back to the day.
We are
Mind
learning.
blast.
Yes, our umbrella.
Absolutely.
We're learning so much. Yet our umbrella topic is hygiene. Something
I
that
don't
we
know.
all lack.
I mentioned
Whoa.
the bubonic plague just now.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyone had the plague before? It's kind of fun.
I like how you're all saying this with your ukulele, just
The
like.
pink little ukulele. Come
Yeah.
on, guys. Let's
Plague.
have a little hoot nanny.
You see, I
to
wish
have
I
fallen
had
in
my
love with
flute
it.
Oh, I
because
do-
during the song break,
Grow very
I had a
attached.
nice little trick that I was sort of beating to death.
What
Can
trick's
I
that?
can I have the flute, please?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't sound very good
No.
when you play it. Just pretend to play
Simon, basically, what you do is you just go, you blow into it, randomly move your fingers, hoping you get some notes, and it's just the worst
After asking a
pitch
very
ever.
dramatic question.
it.
Yeah.
Just do it without the whistle.
No, you don't get it.
It's
Just
not
do
really,
it-
it's not
do it
really a
without the
trick.
whistle.
But Jack, why won't you give me the whistle?
I did it for him there. I don't know if you noticed.
His was better.
That's really
Why
mean, Jack,
can't
and I hate
he
you.
be the host?
I could do it
You
every
can tell
week.
James is so much better than this than we are.
What? Okay, fine. Yeah, my skills are lacking, but
You
I
need more
care.
tricks, dude. Like, tricks. Do you have any party tricks or anything?
No.
Oh.
Party tricks over the radio.
No, you can totally do it. I have party tricks we can do
Okay,
over the
go
radio.
for it. Go for it.
ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHTFDCBA.
And once you've done that, for
How
the
long
next
did that take you to learn?
I was 5, and I thought it would get me
When you were
Girls.
caught drunk
It would get
driving,
me- it
you
would-
thought it'd
yeah.
get you off the hook.
exactly. No, it's always good to have it as a skill set. I used to think it would get me cake.
Oh,
It didn't.
why do you think
I like
it
the
would get you
idea.
cake?
I like the idea of young James strolling into the bakery.
Like, hey, I got something to show you. Yeah, but no, that
When I was little, I couldn't say the word purple, so I'd say perkle.
Perkle was a fantastic like substitute, though. In
Yeah.
all fairness.
Why
I'll
couldn't
have
you
the
say
perkle. I don't know. I just said perkle instead.
I used to
Okay.
say bode instead of bird. I used
Bode.
to go bode, bode,
What?
pointing at
But
bode.
you-
Straight from the 30s.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that flying dog, see? I'm going to call that a bird.
And my mom would just go, "Yes, Joe, that's a bird. It's a bird joke. You were such a disappointment."
Well, that
And
that's
why did that
wonderful.
inspire you
Yes,
to
you
take
said-
geography? I mean, archaeology.
One of the two.
Hi, I'm an archaeologist. Hello. We mention this every week.
I know, but that's because I'm in the hope that you might tell us something interesting.
What do you want to know? You can't just
Something
say,
interesting about archaeology.
"What about it?" Give me some. You can't just say, "Give me something about archaeology."
The most interesting thing you know about coins.
There's nothing interesting about coins. There's nothing
Oh,
interesting.
dear.
What's interesting about pennies?
You just limited it even more. 100 years ago, there was 0.01% silver in our coin.
Hey, what's your favorite coin?
What's
What's your
my
favourite coin, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, the
But
pound
what
coin.
is your favourite coin?
Oh, the
The pound coin's nice and solid and good.
yeah.
I've got a £5 coin.
Really? Where'd you get that?
Oh, those are
You got them
those
for
are rare.
you got 'em for like the Queen's birthday at some point. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They were in
I wasn't
party
in-
bags.
Yeah, they're collectible now. They're like worth
Throwing
more than
them out to the
£5
crowd.
now.
Yeah, James was there. He was shouting the alphabet backwards.
No one
The
listened.
Queen was off.
I was doing what I did as a child, which was not say perkle. Do you want to know what I did as a child?
Go for it.
I like to. I urinated in public as a child. I,
You were that kid. That
No, no.
kid that urinates in public.
yeah. I like to. I like to
had
think
no
it. I like to
shame.
think
Were
it
you
was.
Stinky Steve?
No. I like to think I was just a maverick who didn't play by the rules. Because the first example of this was when we went Christmas shopping, me and my mum, and I was probably about. I don't know. I was old enough to
Dang.
walk and understand people
Well,
talking.
wait,
but-
wait. Had it happened? Had it happened enough times? For
No,
your
this
mum?
was no,
Oh,
this was the first time it happened. Basically, I was a child that when I went, I need to go to the toilet. It was a case of I need to go now. So whenever we'd go anywhere, we'd go every Saturday, but this was Christmas shopping. Went to Debenhams, we had breakfast there because it had a canteen upstairs, and then there was toilets next to it. And she went, "Right, Tim, are you sure you want to go to the toilet? Do you need to go?" And I was like, "No, I don't. No, Mother, I am fine."
What was up with your voice as a child?
This is just how I talked. Are you definitely sure you don't need to go? Yes. She turned around, and then I ran to the corner and peed on the Action Man shelf. She then picked me up, didn't pull my trousers up, just slapped my bum. I went rigid as a board, and she carried me back to the car screaming.
I like how the slap on the bum turned you completely rigid, like you were like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, and then the second time that I've been told about, there are other stories, but she doesn't refuse to tell me them, was when my mum and my dad were signing for our house, for our first house. I peed in the plant pot next to the estate agent.
It's been christened.
And then, so they heard the trickling noise, all turned around. I was peeing in his plant pot behind him, and then he went, "Oh, don't worry, we've had worse things go on in here."
What?
It's like,
what worse things?
And you bought the house.
Yep.
And from that day forward, he was always known as Urine Tim.
Tinkle Tim.
Yeah, it sounds Icelandic.
Tinkle.
Hello, my name is Jorin Tim.
Well, yeah, those are both
Those are both things.
interesting stories.
Yeah, I'm just sort of trying to grasp it.
When was the last
Do you
time
still
publicly
do that, Tim?
When I was a kid,
I've done one thing that I wasn't proud of, and I probably shouldn't say on the radio, but when I
Okay.
was in a drunken stupor once, I peed on a cash point whilst I was getting cash out.
Oh, wow. Multitasking, though.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That I've never been proud of.
Did any of you? Did your moms ever take you in the
Oh,
in
God.
the girls' toilets with her?
Oh,
No.
I remember going in the ladies' changing rooms as a very, very small child.
Yeah.
Toilet? What's a
Because that's
toilet?
where the kids area was. So yeah.
I remember my mom used to always take me because I have two sisters and then my mom, so they all go and this bring me along, and then they'd be like, "Oh, what a beautiful little girl you have," and I used to get really angry as a little boy.
I can't imagine. If I imagine you as a kid, I imagine you just smaller, but with the same beard you've got.
I had blonde curly hair.
Did you?
Yeah.
What happened?
I got ugly.
I still see you with the beard though.
Yeah.
Still see you
Brown
with the
beard,
same
but
beard.
blonde curly hair.
I still see a miniature Tim with the same hair and the same beard.
Peeing.
I'm going to pee in the corner, Mother. Next to the girl with the pink dress. I might pee on her. We'll have to talk about this later, I suppose.
Okay. I think that's enough of-
one of my friends, when he's defecated on a lot of things.
Okay. Has he got that on his CV? It sounds like a triumph.
Actually, it runs in the family because there's quite a few stories about my dad. You know, when you were when you were in science, you used to get jars and you'd put them in the ground
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'd catch beetles and stuff because they'd fall in, then wouldn't be able to get out. Well, my dad, I think it would probably been about year 8, it's probably been about 11, 12, caught wind that the first years were doing this. They then went back later that evening and him and his mate pooed in every single individual beetle jar. There was like 12 and they pooed in all of them. And they also used to poo in golf holes on golf courses.
That's just. I knew someone who pooed in a blender. And tried turning it on. And the same person pooed in a urinal too.
How do these people happen?
Let's go to a song, guys.
How do these people exist in life? Okay. Two Doors.
Down, radio edit, Mystery Jets,
My favourite song.
and it's my part, John Kill.
Oh, I love that song. That is my favourite song at the moment.
Well, there we go.
It's definitely mine.
This is Nerve.
This is Nerve. Hello. Okay, so we're back, and it's Afternoon Delight, and me and Tim figured we'd talk about a very sort of embarrassing experience we had the other night, just because I'm sure you will elicit enjoyment from our torture.
Yet another hilarious milk story.
Hilarious.
They're always well.
Yeah, milk. Yeah.
Well,
I was there, but I didn't see this happen.
Well, basically, our co-host
Yeah, Joe.
Joanna, who's not here today, had the great idea that basically, I don't think we were given enough information.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have gone, no, we're definitely not doing this. It's
We
a
were-
silly idea. But
We were told to gate crash another society's fancy dress party.
I didn't realise we were gate crashing it.
No one did but Joe.
No. But yes,
Everyone thought it
we
was just a random pre-drinks.
Yeah, so we thought that was the theme for milk, that everyone was going to be dressed up as animals. So we all got dressed up as animals. I went as roadkill. Simon went as a crow. But Simon had a cape and like a beak made out of cardboard that came from a white tack container. You had like a poorly drawn feather on your chest, and then really poor scrawly writing saying "crow."
I thought it was good. I liked that shirt.
Simon basically looked like Crow Boy. So we went to what was it, Bar Extreme?
Yeah, we went to
which
Bar
isn't very
Extreme.
extreme. I'd
No.
just like to make the point.
It used to be called Fruit, and it was like a really lovely kind of place. And the fact that it's now called.
How'd you
Bar
make the
Extreme.
step from fruit?
to Bar.
Exactly. Like
How'd you make that Pokemon evolution?
I know.
I like.
I feel so old now.
Have you guys seen Harold and Kumar, where you've got the extreme guys?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, in Harold and Kumar, there's a group of people who just like run around everywhere going extreme. I like the.
Oh yeah.
I like the idea that these guys bought fruit.
They
and
used
were
to
like,
be the fruit guys.
Oh, extreme!
It's not extreme. Well, that's essentially the people that were in Bar Extreme were the people that go, woo, yeah, extreme, yeah. And
And when we
so
were
they
the moody
they-
script writers.
No, and they were all part of their society. That was fine, but there was only about 20 of them. So then we turn up about 15 of us, and they all turn around and go, well, who are you? You're definitely not part of
Yeah.
the society. Oh, we're just coming to have a party with you.
The event said the society plus friends, so you could have just we all know that
we-
guy in the corner.
But we didn't know any of them. Basically, Joe had just seen this and gone, all right, well, we'll all go to that then.
And Joe was inebriated beyond recognition by that
Yeah.
point, so she just waltzed in and started face painting.
We didn't see Joe for most of the night because we left that bar as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So then we got to Milk, where everyone's dressed really hip and cool.
Yeah.
And
Hipster
Simon's
night.
dressed as Crow Boy. I'm dressed with like a butchered pig mask and tyre tracks all over. And
From what
then
I remember, you guys look good. From what I
yeah,
remember.
but the problem was
But
is
that's
there
the thing
wasn't
with Milk,
enough.
no
of-
one remembers anything well.
There wasn't enough of us to make it look like we'd come as a social. It was just like 3 people dressed up. So it was basically we'd taken Simon on a day out, and he wanted to go as a crow.
Oh God.
But yeah, then Joe turned up later. We saw her later, and
And the first
she hugged us, didn't she? By God, was she sweaty? She was like, it was just like, it was tacky. It was just like,
Mine, Joe's back now.
I think you just had a text from her. Not to be nosy.
Joanna Poulton, stop bitching about me. Ha 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 ha.
She's not really laughing though, is she? She's there
I don't
somewhere.
think she's really, I don't think.
Okay,
I don't think she's
I'm
gone.
apologising.
Ah, I must text Tim.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tim,
but
we apologise.
I'm very sorry, Joanna. I'm very sorry.
No, for swearing.
I
Oh, did I?
don't-
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
You
fine.
read the text.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
necessarily feel that word. Well, regardless, if Nerve
Oh, okay,
does,
sorry.
we feel that word
I find
is
that way
unacceptable
more
and
offensive.
cursing
I
and
said-
apologise we do. Okay, is that we're sorry, Nerve.
Apologise, we do.
But
Apologise.
the first thing you said when we
We
walked
do.
into Milk was, "We need to go to the. We need to get stinking drunk. We need to forget
No,
everything."
that was John. John had
Oh,
like
God,
balloon
John.
boobs,
Yeah.
short shorts, a collar, and a really tight-fitting black top.
John's was quite clever.
He basically gone as a sexy cat. You know, like lots of girls go as sexy cats.
Yeah,
Well,
I
John
know,
thought
so
it would be
John
good to go
who
as a
was
sexy.
sexy.
John, who's like 6'5" and the most rugged man you could meet, and he was just like, okay, bar.
Why do girls go as sexy cats?
That's
I don't look at a
Is it
cat and
'cause
go,
I feel like,
that is
"Ooh."
a sexy animal.
Mm.
Now, other animals, on the other hand,
Sexy
definitely get my
platypus,
motor
my
going.
friend. That's the way forward. Let's bring in the platypus as the sexy one now.
Yeah, what would you say is the sexiest animal, and why do girls go as
Cats.
This could potentially
I
go.
feel
and why are
very-
bunnies sexy? Well, I guess they
Yeah.
do have.
No,
the,
rabbits are cute. Apart from Watership
cute.
Down, they aren't cute bunnies.
I've never
They're,
seen
they're,
Watership
they're,
Down.
horrible
No,
rabbits.
they
Rabbits
dress
are
as
diseased.
They dress as rabbits not because they're sexy, because of what they imply. Because they
Yeah,
have
I guess.
kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, I
So why
suppose,
don't they
yeah.
go as like guinea pigs and stuff?
Yeah, guinea
I
pigs have
ate
lots
guinea
of...
pig.
You
Did
ate.
you?
I've eaten a guinea pig.
Wow.
You're
Is
dead
this a-
guinea pig?
Is this another child story?
Yeah, is this
No,
like is this like is this like me
packed guinea
peeing in the
pig.
corner? Jack eats
Where?
guinea pigs.
Where
Packed
do they
guinea
serve it?
Where's the glass guinea pig gone? And the tail's just sticking out.
Guinea pigs don't have tails.
Okay, the
So
back
dumb.
end.
They're just Jack's just wiping fur through his mouth.
No, you know you know this place in Brighton. There's Taj. It's like
It rings a bell.
Taj, yeah. It's like a supermarket place that sells lots of Oriental stuff and stuff. I went in there and they sold guinea pig, and I bought some and ate it
Right.
because I was like, I want to eat some guinea pig.
What kind of sauce do you have with that, or is it just straight
imagine
guinea
mayo.
I didn't want to
Imagine hamster
experiment.
sauce.
I didn't want to experiment too much, so I just ate the guinea pig.
You're still
That'll
saying
do
it
me.
like you picked up a guinea pig and just put it in your mouth and ate it.
My mom.
I saw the guinea pig. They gave me the guinea pig. I just ate the guinea pig.
No, I like the line. I didn't want to experiment that much. Oh, I'll take the weirdest thing on the menu: ketchup or barbecue. Whoa, man! Whoa, I'm not going all the way out
I
there.
didn't know what. The
I'm not
flavors-
eating lamb. Ugh. Just give me the guinea pig.
I've had horse.
Have you?
Yeah, that's not that weird.
Right. I'm definitely. All right. I don't want to.
Horse
I'm
isn't
definitely.
weird.
I'm definitely the defecation kid. He's the.
I
he-
eat everything.
Every
Jack
animal.
eats everything. That's the price he paid for
I've
this
had beaver.
ukulele.
Oh
I've
God,
had zebra.
I've had zebra.
I'd like.
What? Yeah, you can eat. Yeah, it's basically like.
I've had ostrich
I've
as
had
well.
kangaroo,
I've not had kangaroo.
ostrich, beaver.
I've not had beaver.
Beaver was
I've had
horrible.
buffalo.
Whale.
I've You've eaten whale.
No, no, that's illegal. No, I haven't. Eaten that.
Right, most music festivals nowadays, basically, they just taste the same as beef burgers, but because they're made out of ostrich and zebra, they charge like double the price. But we went on the last night when they basically had to get rid of them all, and we had a load of gone-off zebra
I
burgers.
might have had
The single
done it by
best-
accident, actually. Did hear about
I ate a zebra by accident once. I tripped, my mouth was open, I was in the Sahara.
One of the single best memories talking about like food that goes cheap I have is walking into Tesco's and the sandwiches, which usually go for like £2.
Yeah.
There was a whole big thing of them and just a poorly made sign saying 20p. And I was
What, for all of them?
like, I wish. No, it was 20p each, and I was like, 5.
Dude, I totally used to work in Tesco, and what used to happen was that there was the at 8 o'clock they'd always do the reductions, and I was just there kind of watching, and there'd be the same. I'm going to be trying to be sensitive to the way I say this. The same Asian family every night came along and just hung around like vultures, waiting for the guy to put the reduced labels on, and then they would just grab it, and that was literally it. That was just how the reduced section worked.
Jack's like that at a pet store.
That was
It's
all,
8 p.m.
Have you stalked any guinea pigs recently?
That was all they would ever buy.
Why did you start it with, I totally worked at Tesco? Like, like there was some sort of ambiguity
Totally
around it.
worked at
Dude, I
Tesco.
totally worked at Tesco. Extreme!
Excellent!
Back then, though, it was called fruit. Yeah. Wow, that's some real shredding on the ukulele there.
It's hard to shred on a ukulele. I don't have a pick.
Well,
And
yeah.
no one can hear me because I'm over here.
Yeah.
Hi.
What?
Hi.
He's all
lonely
the way over there.
listeners.
Alright. Okay, ukulele solo? Solo? Do you think you can master this? Come on,
Well,
Tim.
no, because I don't know what notes the strings are. I could if I knew, but I can just do the basic
Just
hammer
go
on, hammer
crazy.
off.
Okay, put the mic a bit nearer to the...
No,
No,
No.
okay, well, we're sorry,
Well-
listeners, for putting you through that.
Oh, sorry.
Dude, I totally used to work at Tesco.
What would be the best supermarket to work in? And why?
Before that, I worked
Waitrose.
in Woolworths, and I know it's not really technically a supermarket, but that was the best place to work in the world.
The one that all the rich people buy from.
Waitrose.
Waitrose.
No.
Morrison's?
There's another one.
There's a bigger
above
one?
That's like,
There's one above Waitrose.
I think it's something like Thornberries. It's not the cartoon. No,
Nigel Thornberry owns his own
There's
supermarket.
one in Brighton, and it's where all the rich people buy.
Where
their
Jack goes to
stuff.
buy his guinea pigs. Nigel Thornberry's come back from Africa.
It's like I like the
With a
idea.
zebra and ostrich.
It's really rich people, and it's almost secret and cult. And you walk in, and it's a zoo, and they've got the most exotic animals.
Jack's like, I have a bit of whale today, please.
Do you feel like a great? Do you
Yeah,
feel,
just basically fishing one blue whale out the tank and just cutting one slice off for a steak and putting it back in.
And he's just going.
do you feel like a great tortoise tonight, dear? Why, yeah.
A great
Oh,
giant tortoise.
That's what I said.
Great. No, they're pretty great, though,
They're
right?
pretty great.
They are pretty great.
It is illegal to eat tortoise. That hasn't stopped Jack though.
I think it's...
Did you know that the giant tortoise didn't get a Latin
Shut up.
name?
Shut up.
I've just finished my platypus.
Okay, go.
The giant tortoise didn't get a name for like
100 years.
for 100 years because the sailors kept eating them before
were
they
too
could make
delicious.
it back
Apparently
to
it's
the
the
United
most-
Kingdom.
What?
Watch QI. It's apparently the most delicious thing you can ever eat.
Every time they got one,
But I don't want to eat.
every
Like, it's
time
so
they
much
get-
better than
every time they
bacon.
got a that one, they would bring it all the way back, and then it'd just be eaten.
No,
before
they'd
make
bring
it.
like 6 back.
yeah,
And they'd go,
and just eat them all.
and they just eat them all.
They'd be like,
So they
"Oh,
have
we
to
can
keep
eat
going
one.
back and
We can eat
forth.
one."
They must have had some kind of name for it, as it was like being like.
No, it
given
had
to
no
people.
real
That tasty
Latin
thing.
name. It had no Latin name.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it didn't get like its scientific name
What-
for 100 years
oh,
because they were
okay.
that delicious.
Yeah.
And that's what I really want to try giant tortoise. Because it's no,
How-
Not that they're endangered.
all records say of people that have like commented on how delicious it was, say it's the most tastiest thing they've ever tried. It's so tender, and it's the
Don't tell
if it's better than bacon, I want to try it.
Yeah, I agree
So
with
pop
that.
on down
If
to
Jack, if Jack
Waitrose
told
and-
me guinea pig was tastier than bacon, I'd be straight on
Guinea
it.
pig. Is
But back to
pretty
this,
tasty.
back to this fictional like supermarket for super rich
Super
people.
supermarket.
Yeah,
There
for
is
rich
one.
people.
I can't remember the name.
Like better than Harrods, where they just sell exotic animals.
Oh.
they just like they just got flamingos,
Yeah.
and peacocks.
I've eaten crocodile.
Wow.
But that's because I lived in Florida. They just eat crocodile all the time
Is
in
that
Florida.
what part of the crocodile do you eat?
Oh, I've eaten
Not the
alligator.
tail.
Ooh.
I was going to say, like, is it
Not the
is it
tail
the
and
meat
not the
inside,
head.
or is it
The
actually like
middle body.
Would you
bit.
guys?
they're quite
You eat
rough?
the feet.
I learned this
You
off the
don't
Sim.
eat the skin.
I learned this off the Simpsons, but I don't know the sort of truth behind it. You know that the puffer fish in the Simpsons, which the guy says.
Oh, there, pufferfish is one of the most poisonous.
yeah,
animals
yeah, and
in
if
the
you
world.
don't prepare it properly,
it'll kill you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Would you take the risk?
No.
No.
Never.
I don't know. I mean, I never
If I
really
was,
had
like,
anything like
80.
sushi or raw fish or anything. But if I was at that kind of thing and I heard it was one of the nicest things on the menu, I would go for it because they probably know what they're doing by this stage. The
Yeah,
guys
and
who make it.
also-
No, but if they go, it's like it's not that. It's if it goes, if they prepare it ever so slightly wrong, you have no chance of living. It's
None
just,
at all.
It'll kill you. Yeah.
Do you
would
get the
not-
whole 24 hours thing like Homer had?
But surely that they would notice when they've made a mistake.
Yeah, you'd think so, but I think it's just that it's very difficult to prepare. And even the slightest, like a slight mistake,
like a
is what. So you still run the risk of.
Ooh.
Get
It's
man
risky.
versus food.
I don't
to
think
just
I
keep
would
having
because there's
it
plenty more. I'm not a massive fan
They
of
should do- they should
sushi
do,
or
like-
seafood. So, but
I
well, no, I
kinda
love
like-
seafood. I'm not particularly keen on sushi.
They
but
should do like an episode of, and I've never watched it, but I just know he gets up to like action shenanigans.
Bear Grylls.
No, 24. They should do an episode where it's just like him tensely eating.
But
a
what?
puffer
But
fish.
24 episodes
and
of just,
shouting at it.
Yeah,
and then whispering really loudly, but not really whispering.
yeah, definitely. Or Bear Grylls. I'm sure Bear Grylls would do it.
Bear Grylls has eaten
Man
almost
versus
as much
food would
things
do it.
as Jack.
Aye.
Okay, so we've established what kind of kids we were. Let's establish what kind of kids you two were.
Simon was
I
that.
was the fat kid.
I was the kid who
Simon-
thought learning the alphabet backwards would get me cake. That's essentially it. Simon, you were the
Simon-
fat kid?
I was the fat kid.
Oh.
I was I was a fat kid. I was the fat kid that peed everywhere.
Oh,
You
God.
can't be the fat kid. I've
I
got the
can
fat
say
kid.
that Simon,
Yeah,
Simon
Sam?
during secondary school was the unpopular kid.
Yeah.
No one liked Simon.
Oh, really?
Everyone
why?
hated Simon.
Why
And
would
I
they-
What did
hardly
you do with yourself, Simon?
I think it was probably because I was just basically a nasty person.
I've just had a thought. If Joe's listening, why can't she be on the show? Because you would have thought if she's busy, she wouldn't be listening. She'd be too busy to listen.
Maybe she has some form of justification.
Maybe
Regardless.
she went home.
I thought you meant maybe has some form of
Joe,
justice.
you have
Joe was Batman as a child.
Joe, you have 15 minutes. If you're not here, you're off the show forever.
Considering we have 2
Dun,
minutes
dun, dun.
after that, what's the point? Okay, so tell me about me as a child and elaborate to everyone.
I didn't know. I only know you in secondary school onwards.
Yeah, but everyone disliked me. What are your
See,
guesstimations?
just so that everyone knows, I never really knew Simon that well in secondary school.
I didn't either.
No, but like
I've
we,
only known
we
him
went to
half
the
a
year.
same
I've heard about
school.
him.
We went to the same school and everything. But I always saw him like standing in the hallway by himself, and I used to say
Whoa.
hi.
Contemplating.
Simon was the brooding in the hallway,
I always
just in a dimly lit part,
You
in
had-
a wingback chair
you
with a
had-
glass of scotch.
you had Ryan. You had
No,
Ryan.
he wasn't my only.
I only saw you with Ryan.
Has anyone got? I know we have instruments, but has anyone got a violin to play?
Oh dear.
That's
sounds
more
like a
of
kazoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to always, when I went to my form, I always been like, "Hey Simon," and then anybody.
I'll admit I wasn't very sociable. I definitely wasn't popular. But that's just because
You always looked really angry, so I think no one liked you.
You were brooding.
maybe I don't know. But yeah,
You were cross
rage.
about the state of the country.
yeah.
Simon, what's wrong? Just takes a swig from his scotch. Political correctness has gone bloody mad, I tell you. I'm sick of it.
Well, it's even worse past that. Like, that was my brooding years.
Yeah.
But before then, and the reason I know is because people have come to me and reminded me, apparently I was really mean as a, small child, a proper bully one.
Proper bully one.
That was a proper bully one,
He was
was
the
it?
bully. Simon was the bully.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh.
You know what? The brooding years were probably my punishment for being such a nuisance. But people have come up to me and said, you know, when you were younger, you actually used to really be mean to me. And I've had to, apologise and just, I don't know.
I laugh.
But you're all right these days, right?
I hope so.
You're totally fine these days, right?
I hope so. Maybe I'm hiding something evil and nasty behind this sort of nice facade.
Through your alter ego Crowboy, you enact terrible crimes against people. You leave the toilet seat up. Who knows what you might do?
Oh, God.
What kind of child were you, James?
I was the specky little kid who kind of thought that all these kind of stupid things would impress people. Like my middle names. I can't believe I'm admitting this on there. My middle
We've
names
already done middle names before.
are Ronald Frederick.
No.
And I thought I would spin that in a way.
So hoping you'd say Reagan then.
So I try and spin that in a way of it being, Ron Fred, like in Harry Potter. James Ron Fred Cottle. Cottle sounds like Potter. I'm like Harry Potter kind of thing.
No.
And everyone's just like, no.
That is irrefutable
Tim.
logic, James. I don't know why they didn't go with it.
Tim, we did middle names, but we never told them our middle names.
No,
you
I told
didn't.
them the
It should
why
remain
before if I was
enigma.
a girl.
It should have remained enigma.
I think I would have been Jessica if I was a girl. Although I was going to be called Aaron for many days, and I was just like, well, that's the laziest thing ever. You know?
Yeah, I was called Seth until my grandparents cried because I was called Seth, so I got my name changed.
I think they were adamant I was always going to be a boy. I don't know why. And
you were.
yeah, exactly.
Eliminate the girl.
And then
Unless you're not, you might not be. I don't know.
well, I haven't been proven otherwise.
that's
Maybe
why
I
it
need
was
to see the
proven.
doctor. But no one could think of a name. And my brother, and I've said this on show before, but I'll say it again, decided to pull one of the most long-running and cruel pranks of all time, and asked my father to name me after himself. So now I'm technically Simon Junior, but I refuse to be called Junior because no.
Junior.
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 Junior. Sean Connery from Indiana Jones.
Junior.
Dad.
Or Junior in Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Even though
Oh,
he wasn't
yeah, good
actually
film.
born by the end. But Junior. Was it?
So yeah.
Yeah.
Are we admitting our middle names?
No.
No.
That was just a byproduct of me
It's a
admitting
hook so
I
that
was-
people will continue
Yeah.
listening.
One day you will find our middle names.
It was just me trying to show that I was the kid who tried to impress people with stuff that wasn't impressive. Ultimately, I was an attention-seeking
Look at this
little
pebble
nerd.
over here.
Exactly.
It came from... Man, magnets are amazing. Look at this T-shirt. It's got... Nothing. It's my PE
Were you the
T-shirt,
kid
but
that
it's
always-
cotton.
Were you always that kid that came up with the random fact?
Yeah, no, there were
You were the random fact kid.
there would be times when I come in and I'd be like, "Did you know that hippo milk is pink?" And
Is it?
Yeah, it is. And people will be like, "That's great, James. We're trying to all play conkers." And they wouldn't let me play Conker, so then I was like, so I'll go and get the greatest Conker.
We played Pokemon cards. When were you born?
No, I played conkers.
I
know,
played Conkers.
No, well, we
Play
had
conkers.
basically it got banned for a good reason because we had a conker tree on our school field. But basically, it just involved we'd take the time to basically every school child has a technique on how to make a conker as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Vinegar,
we just
microwave.
put them on string and then just ran around and beat each other with them. We just enact beatings, which actually reminds me of a good story. I was at Leeds
It's
Festival.
like Lord of the Flies.
I was telling this story to a guy from Bolton at Leeds Festival, and then he told me their childhood game from their playground. They basically one day they found a big coat. And basically what they do is they called this game African Soldier, and what they do is they'd run around, they'd throw the coat over someone, push them over, and then kick them until they could get the coat off. That was their game, but they play it every day.
Is it the same person?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just.
So who is it today?
You've been coated in
Kicks.
In your own blood.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
That's
that was the
real.
game they played.
Did anyone have seriously violent, proper, massive British Bulldog games? Because they got banned.
No,
in Oz.
they stamped that out
didn't-
before.
We didn't have vicious bulldog, but they banned it anyway. 'cause
No, it
we
was
were-
pretty vicious.
Oz,
Yeah, but
Oz
Oz
went
wasn't.
crazy.
Oz-
No, Oz was.
Blatch.
At Blatch,
I
some
never
people
remember one happening at Blatch ever.
people played it pretty hard. Some people took it pretty
I'm
seriously.
talking about primary.
We
school,
weren't-
like-
Yeah,
Basi-
we had them at Blatch.
After the conch thing, which I was fairly young when this happened, they basically then banned leather footballs because they could hurt people. So we had to play football with a tennis ball. Do you have any idea how difficult that is when you're 5? And then that was deemed too dangerous, so we got downgraded to a sponge ball. And then even that, we were too
sponge
naughty
ball.
with the sponge ball, so we weren't allowed any balls.
My favourite childhood game that we played, it was only I remember it because it only happened for like 1 week, but there was this massive like windy kind of storm in and around Bristol, and like the wind was so strong that what we used to do is we used to put our coats on, put them up over our heads to make wings, and then jump to see how far we could fly backwards. And we basically did that like every day for like a week, and like some of us like measuring how far we got. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
Oh, do you guys remember Beyblades?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah,
See,
they
to
got.
go on about that wind thing. Everyone else found it so fun. I was the only kid scared that I would be blown away. And I was like, no!
And all the while Tim's defecating in the... No, not even defecating. Urinating in the corner.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, no, I remember once when it was really windy, we faced with the wind to our backs and we see if it would carry our pee further. We did that
I
off
remember-
Fort Cloud,
I
which is a
remember-
really big hill.
I cheated
where I
in
live.
Beyblades. I replaced the metal ring with a magnet.
Oh,
So
Nice.
I just always
Crafty.
won. And then they banned them.
after they found out your devilish ploy, it's
They're
like this man isn't
"He's
playing by
got-
the rules.
He's on the Beyblade gambling pit. He's making too much money.
He's fixed the system.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Beyblades. They were dangerous in our primary school because, you know, if you properly pulled it, it could ping into, like, someone's crotch or, like,
See,
do
did you
some
not play the
damage.
game where basically this is probably our equivalent of Beyblades, where basically we had
Throw rock.
you'd get 2p's and 50p's. You'd spin them, and you'd have to catch them basically between
knuckles.
your two middle knuckles.
Yeah.
And if you didn't catch it, you'd have to put your knuckles on the table, and the person would flick the coin, and it would basically cut open your
My
knuckles.
cousin, I didn't see him that often, and there was one time when I met up with him, and I was like, "What's happened to your hand?" And it was like covered in blood and like bruises and stuff. And he was like, "Well, I was playing this game," and he taught me knuckles, and I just immediately brought it to Bletch, and I was like, "Okay."
Okay, this is the best thing ever.
Here's what we're gonna do.
We're going to mutilate each other. It's going to be wicked.
Oh, to be a child.
We've 8 minutes left.
Wow.
Ooh.
Should we play Beyblade?
Let's play
No,
Beyblade.
I'm thinking.
I got mine here. I've been waiting for this for 10 years.
Well, I don't know how to play, so I'll just pee in the corner.
You just spin it and hope whichever one finishes last gets killed.
Oh, did anyone watch the cartoon?
No,
I remember
refused.
watching the cartoon. It
I
was
watched the
weird.
cartoon, and basically the premise of the game is you ping these things, and they spin about, and the first one to fall over loses. But on the cartoon, completely different. They
They
put them
have
in the arena.
monsters and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right?
It takes. Some battles took 3 hours in the cartoon series. Never has any real life Beyblade battle for me taken longer than 12 seconds.
That's what I used to love about things like Dragon Ball Z. Basically, like some episodes would just consist of like some of the characters watching two characters going yeah 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 up in the corner, and then teleporting somewhere else and going yeah 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 yeah, like fighting each other.
Dragon
and
Ball
just,
Z
just
was
like wow, they're
intense.
still fighting kind of thing, just for like a whole series.
See, Pokemon was the complete opposite of that. They wouldn't have just an episode of just fighting. They'd basically just go, they're still travelling,
Yeah.
and then eventually they'd get to the gym and you'd go, finally, here's the money episode.
Yeah.
And it'd be, not quite, they'll battle next week.
Oh, did you
yeah.
guys watch Digging It? Who remembers Digging It?
I remember digging it. I dug it. I dug digging it.
I dug Digging It too. I loved Saturday morning television, and ITV I think were the
Back
best.
when
at
Ant and
it.
Dec were good.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember
What
those
happened?
days?
And they were with Cat Deely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What on earth?
Yeah.
Mad
Madness.
times we lived in.
Madness.
Mad times.
Slightly
I'm
after my time.
I assume
maybe.
you guys were
I don't know.
you enjoyed school dinners before the Jamie Oliver years.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember when
yeah.
I could line all of my pockets with burgers, dripping with grease, and skip to next class knowing I would not go hungry.
I never really got school dinners. Are we talking primary school dinners?
Secondary school was before you would have been enjoying.
We had paninis at ours.
Paninis.
Paninis.
Zebra paninis.
No, I'm black. No.
Jack's primary school, they
No,
didn't
no,
do
no,
like
no.
macaroni or ravioli.
No,
they
no,
did
no.
zebra panini.
No,
Paninis
no.
a whale today.
You had to bring your own soup spoon.
No. At primary school, I always had a packed lunch, but at secondary school, we did paninis.
I wasn't in your. Oh wait, yeah, I was
We
in
were
your.
at the same
Sorry, I thought
secondary
you said
school.
primary
Oh
school.
no, not! It's a Thursday
We
today.
did
We've got to
paninis.
have peacock bagels.
Oh, this is the worst
Oh
day
no,
ever.
it's rhino
And they
soup.
used to, I remember also though at Blatch, they used to always do a really good dessert until the last year where it was always rhubarb. Rhubarb sponge.
It wasn't an exotic bird, therefore.
Rhubarb and bald eagle.
Rhubarb tastes horrible. I hate rhubarb.
What's
so
rhubarb? Is it some kind of antelope? No, it's a vegetable. It's a
What?
vegetable.
What is
You know,
vegetable?
that green stuff that goes on your plate.
What? you
Frogs?
I've had
Newts?
frog. I've had.
Have
no,
you?
I haven't had newts, but I've had frog.
Tastes like chicken, doesn't it?
It tastes like frog.
Tastes like
Puffin
some
wraps.
tasty frog.
Has anyone had caviar?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Just
I
tastes of
haven't.
salt.
Yeah,
It's just.
Apparently, it's really nice.
No, it isn't. It's just if you like
just
eating
tastes of
salt.
salt,
if
yeah.
you're-
That's what they want you to.
it was only, maybe Joe was that kid, the kid that just ate salt.
No, that was me.
Was it?
I used to
Alright.
eat salt sometimes.
Back when I was younger, not so much now. I was obsessed. If you ever had chips, salt everywhere. Salt. I would essentially have.
I had my salt moderated.
No,
I wasn't allowed to pull that.
I'd have a
pull
plate
that
of
crap.
salt with chips.
I didn't really like chips.
I gone off chips. I don't
I don't
understand
like big
chips.
fat
You don't understand
potato.
chips?
Chips are
I
only there
enjoy
to
all
pad out a
forms.
meal, aren't they?
True.
You like
You
all
you
potatoes.
don't
All
buy a meal
forms
for chips,
of
and
chips
they
are
always have to
fantastic.
do something with chips. They always have to put vinegar or salt on them, or put cheese or like say
Gravy.
gravy. Yeah, I love
Gravy
chips
and
and
chips
gravy.
is amazing.
But it's never something you just have by itself. You either have it with something else, say like a burger,
Well, it's
or
supplementary.
yeah, but that's all it is. And I think I'd prefer dauphinoise potatoes if I'm honest. I much
like
prefer.
the smiley potato.
Oh, Smileys
they were good.
Smileys are the
They
best.
always
I don't
taste
like them.
better.
I don't
Well,
like them that much.
You don't like
guys-
anything anybody likes.
We just
No,
talked about
I
me
need to
liking
just-
chips.
I need to just mention, like, I've had a blast from the past from what I used to get as a kid because my girlfriend has twin sisters who are 9, right?
Right.
And they have dinosaur chicken. Like
Oh, I
chicken in the
remember
shape
that.
of dinosaurs.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm
Those were
a
the
child
best.
again.
So-
I
so
get
were
to eat
turkey
those
Twizzlers.
every time
Oh,
I
Did
do.
you ever
they're
have
killed.
I got
Billy
called
Bear
turkey
meats?
Twizzler 'cause I've got
meat
red
that was in the
Yeah.
shape of the bear's
Yeah,
head. Those
oh,
were
it's
amazing.
amazing.
Ah.
I
Oh.
wish I still had those.
Oh, by the way, speaking of food, I went to McDonald's last night.
Yeah.
Shocking new discovery. They now
Starburst milkshake.
Starburst milkshake, and they do like mini waffles now, potato waffles. They're called Crisp Cuts. They're like,
Interesting.
but they do a Starburst milkshake.
I had one today.
It tastes a bit like Starburst, but it's a bit weird, isn't it?
The weird thing, it tastes mostly like a milkshake most of the time. Then suddenly you'll get a sudden burst of Starburst, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it tastes like Starburst.
I've got nothing against McDonald's except for one aspect: the fact that they sell fruit bags. But this is a long rant, and this is something I'm passionate about because it's just one of those small things that irk me.
Some people are trying to fight for the poor and trying
Yeah.
to fight for equality everywhere,
Me-
like Obama. But you're trying to fight for no fruit
No
bags
fruit
in.
bags.
Me,
at McDonald's,
McDonald's
man.
fruit bags. But we'll save that. That's something for listeners to look forward to at some other point. Okay, because
Including
this is a
me
long
and Tim's
rant.
middle name.
Yeah. And we should really end on the show because we're going to have to wave goodbye to Will Smith's weekly lyric reading.
And the Skeletor's advice. That's
And
never
Skeletor's
coming
And
advice.
back.
That's never
Skeletor's
coming
advice. Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
think that's going to
ruined
be
that.
back.
Oh, sorry, Jackson ruined
But
that.
we'll be
Sorry.
talking about Jack's exotic meals next week, I'm sure.
But I think
We might actually make puffin wraps on the show. We should do a cookery bit.
Guy, I'm so,
Oh,
I'm
God.
so hungry right now. Can we stop talking about food?
we're going to do a bit
Oh, that's
of a
right.
jam.
Yeah, you're hungry because we've been talking about puffin wraps.
It's starting to sound quite nice.
We're going to end on a jam. The same jam
Peacock
we were
lasagna?
doing.
Oh, I've had seal.
Okay.
Add that one to the list.
I've been to Alaska.
I could pay you
mate.
to a kiss from a rose. Jack just grabs him.
Get off me! Song.
No
What's the
seal.
song?
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air tune. We were doing it earlier. We had a
I thought it
practice
was
jam.
James's choice.
Yeah, no, that's not the song that's going to
Oh,
be
we're
playing.
jamming a tune.
James's choice is Metronomy.
Metronomy.
That's what I said.
Metronomy the Bay.
By the Bay.
No, it's the Bay
Bay
by
by
Metronomy.
That's what I said. It's my favourite. But we're going to do a little jam till then. Is everyone hyped?
Shall I do the singing?
Yes,
You
I
guys-
think Tim,
Oh.
you can send it off appropriately.
We need the penny. We need the.
I know.
Yeah.
I need to,
Okay.
like,
Okay, James on ukulele,
Oh,
me on which is drums, but it's not really drums because there's no drums
You
here.
can put a in.
Okay, and Jack on the Irish penny whistle. A 1,
Get a bit
a
closer.
2, a 1, 2, 3.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised. But the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out max, relaxing up cool and shooting some big ball outside of the school where the couple of guys but were up to no good. They started making
Trouble in my neighbourhood. Okay.
puffin paninis in my neighbourhood. I'm like, I gotta taste some of that.
Okay.
It looks delicious. My
Yeah,
name's
right,
Jack
this
Martin
was
Jones.
Afternoon Delight.
This was Afternoon Delight.
Enjoy. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen,
Peacock
good night.
burgers.